Car Show presented by Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation. Coming up, we got lots of car people among us, and we're going to talk to them. Later, we'll give you my thoughts on driving the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport. Jeff has the Motor Minute. That and more coming up on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today's show sponsored by the VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin.
Mike's sprinting in.
Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. So glad you could join us today. It is an absolutely stunningly beautiful day here in Houston, Texas. I have to tell you that I don't think we could have ordered better weather. We had a little jacket moment this morning as we got out of the car a couple of hours ago.
Well, you did. Some of us men didn't need that.
Some of us younger people didn't need that.
Yeah. Right, David? David's wearing shorts.
That's it. I didn't drive all this way to be put down, but
Nobody's putting you down. We're just stating facts, you know.
Okay. Don't get me started, Mars, because you know what goes around comes around.
Yes, sir.
And you know that.
You got it.
Okay. You can speak. It's okay. What were you going to say? Well, yeah.
If you do, we'll let you know.
David, our engineer, is going to let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So please don't drown us out. You might want to ask the guy in the blue car to close his doors or something. Yeah. At any rate, we have a series of guests all lined up for you here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show today, all car related at this really beautiful car show. But right now we're going to talk to Frank Clam. He's the president of the Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation. Frank, welcome to the show, and thank you for having us out this morning.
Oh, thank y'all for coming out. You're absolutely right when you say it's a beautiful day. So we're so glad y'all are here.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here. I think it was Mr. Rogers that said it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is.
It's not a cloud in the sky. And I was trying to look up the temperature, and I think it's about 70 at best.
Yeah, probably.
It was 66 last time I looked.
Well, you are the weatherman.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Mars?
I've been called a lot of things, but not that lately.
Well, okay. Well, now you are. Well, Frank, so tell us, first of all, about your involvement in today's car show.
Well, we've when our Spring Branch High School closed down in 1985, we had some very people that could think ahead and said, we need to keep all the memorabilia from this high school. So until we had a place to put it, it was in everybody's garages and
boxes.
Here and there. It was stuck everywhere.
Yep.
And we now have a museum that was the original library for the high school.
We're sitting in the principal's office, I'm told.
Yes, the nice principal's office.
Uh-huh.
So
they tore down the school,
except for the library, auditorium, and gymnasium.
Okay.
Those are still the original from the school that was built
but
in the 50s.
They've completely renovated, if you will, this piece of property here.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and everything else is brand new.
And it's stunningly beautiful. It really is. And we're behind the building. We gave you the address earlier. We're at 9016 Westview, and we're behind the buildings up ahead. We're in the back parking lot, basically.
We are. So, we need to, and one of the, we finally incorporated to be a 501(c) corporation so that we could collect funds, and we use that money to give out scholarships and help the Spring Branch Independent School District.
Very nice.
So our museum at first started out to be just all the stuff we had from the high school, and we realized that the members of our organization are getting smaller every year. Because if you graduated from Spring Branch High School, the last class was 1985, and we have people that are passing away all the time. So there's going to be a point where who's going to want to take care of that museum? So the last few years, we've been trying to get into the history of not only the high school, but the entire school district, as well as the entire Spring Branch Memorial area.
And Spring Branch, for those that don't know, because we have a worldwide audience, by the way, that don't know, Spring Branch is a neighborhood, a subdivision, if you will, of the greater Houston area. And we're just outside the loop.
Yes.
When I moved here in a long time ago, Spring Branch was really kind of the outskirts of town. And I remember that my best friend, his dad lived over in Spring Branch, and it was quite the drive from Westbury. There was no loop.
No,
you just came up
Post Oak Drive.
That's right, and that's how we got over here. It felt like all day to get over here, but now this is a subdivision that has gone through a real transition, if you will.
Several transitions.
Several.
I mean, we started out as a rural school district.
Yes.
In fact, the school districts, we've had schools here since the late 1800s.
Yep.
And
I remember it well. Shut up, Mike. I know you're looking at me like, you were here, weren't you, Don? Yeah, I was.
So, and then we became kind of a suburban school district.
Yep.
During the 60s, and everybody was moving out here. We grew and grew and grew. And then it got to the late 70s, early 80s, and all of a sudden the parents, all the kids have grown up and left, and the parents stayed. And our school district went from 40,000 students to 24,000 students,
yep.
which we couldn't, at that point in early 80s, it was decided that we had to go from 6 high schools to 4 high schools. So in 85, Spring Branch and Westchester were closed.
Right.
And of course, since that time, we have another transition. We have all these people moving back, wanting to be close in town, and they're buying these old houses, tearing them down, and building these huge 2-story McMansions.
Well, I will tell you that there are some really nice 50s and 60s homes on Westview here.
Yes.
And I kind of, that makes me feel good.
Yes.
That some folks keep. So let's talk about the car show.
Oh,
so
what I was going to tell
yes.
you is that, we need to raise money. So every other year we have an all-school reunion, and we started out having a car show because some of our board members really were into that. Now, I've never been, someone that followed car shows, and I've just been amazed. And we would, start out, we had 10, 15 cars, and I think we've got over 70 today. And
yeah.
I walk down the aisles and look at some of these cars. Some of them I remember when they weren't antique cars.
You remember when they were still in the showroom?
Yeah. Still cars. Yeah.
It's okay to admit it, because if you don't, Mars will call you out on it.
Well,
you were there.
Yeah. My first car was a '57 Chevy that I wish I would have saved.
Yeah, no kidding.
Some of those down
we
there.
all got some of those.
Yeah. Some of those down there.
Well, how about this? Looks like a 58 Edsel right there.
Yes.
Yeah, very very nice car.
All of these I remember, and they're just beautiful.
What does that say about us, Frank? Says,
yes.
Mike, he keeps bringing it up.
Great minds.
He keeps bringing it up.
Great minds have great thoughts.
I just didn't think it'd take this soon to get this old.
And there was some discussion here earlier. I know that Biff brought it up. Well, people, they don't realize that you don't have to pay to come and see the car show. We know that, and it's clear on there that if you want to be in the show and compete for the prize, the trophies and classes and that sort of thing, then there's a fee to do that, $30 at the door. But if you want to just come and look, come on down.
Yes.
It's free.
And it's a beautiful day to do that, to get out and come and look at all these cars. We're going to have several of them coming up here in a little bit.
Yep,
Good.
we will.
Yeah.
And please, when you come by and see the show, come into the museum, and you'll get a good idea, what school was like. And our high school is no different than every other high school. So you can see this, see the memorabilia in our museum.
You got any cars in there?
In the museum?
Maybe some little ones. I don't know.
Well, I think that one of your board members or somebody with the foundation needs to carve out a place in there for somebody's car.
Well, I think Adela has a Corvette, a yellow Corvette that's around here somewhere.
I don't know if you want to give that up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, that nice yellow truck over there, something that.
There's some just beautiful vehicles here.
Yeah.
And just I haven't seen any from the 20s yet, but I've seen several 30s models, and so
So we can relate, is what you're saying.
Yes, and then a lot of muscle cars, which
Yes.
from the '60s, which is what I really relate to.
Yeah. Well, it just says that we're old, Frank.
Yeah, it does.
That's what that means.
We have a lot of data stored up here.
Yes, that gray hair does store a lot of things.
Sometimes it's hard to find it all. There's so much.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
All the time.
All the time. Well, at any rate, it's a great show. We're glad to be here. We thank the VFW Post 8790 for allowing us to be here and helping us out. And it's a big community event, and you got some great folks here.
We really do, and we've gotten a lot of support, and our goal is that we want to be a community museum instead of a high school museum.
There you go.
And we want everybody to realize that we study Texas history. Spring Branch is Texas history. In fact, one of the founders was one of Stephen F. Austin's old 300. He settled here in Spring Branch, and we have the deed from 1824 to show it.
Nice. Yes. I remember that year well.
Yes.
Yeah. He co-signed it.
It was a good year, yes.
Frank, it's great to talk to you. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you for letting me come by, and we appreciate everything y'all are doing, and y'all have a great time, and let's have a great show.
We shall. We shall.
You
Frank Clam, he is the president of the Spring
you,
Branch
sir.
Senior High School Foundation. And are you going to be able to go down? You can't do it. He won't do it. Okay. Well, we'll have to get a hold of our host and ask them to either turn the speakers or do something because it's too loud. Okay. Mr. Mars, I would imagine that you could find, what is our host's name, the lady? Adela?
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
A-D. No, it's not. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that you can find her and get some assistance down there if you don't mind, please.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Do that.
And in the meantime, I had some news I wanted to get in. I'll be the first to step up to the plate and complain. And once again, I'm going to complain about Stellantis.
Uh-oh.
The sales continue to go down. Mm-hmm. They stopped building the cars that were the most popular hot rods out of the new car showroom. Oh, let's take it. We sell all those. We sell as many as we can. So let's stop making them. I mean, really? Yeah. Why don't we just turn the microphone over to him?
We should.
Okay. All right. So I did want to mention the story that popped up last night. Stellantis laying off about 1,100 workers in Warren, Michigan, after production of the Ram 1500 Classic pickup ended. The automaker also said it's closing its proving grounds in Arizona to cut costs. The Ram Classic dates back to 2009, is the truck brand's previous generation pickup, which remained in the lineup as a lower-priced alternative to the redesigned model that arrived in 2019. The company said the freshened 2025 Ram 1500 Tradesman, built at the nearby Sterling Heights assembly plant, will be the brand's entry-level pickup truck. It intends to sell the 4,000-acre site at the Proving Grounds in Yucca, Arizona, which has 69 employees. The year-round testing facility, purchased from Ford in 2007 for $35 million, includes an 18-acre vehicle dynamics area and allows for testing in high temperatures and dusty conditions, among other uses. It's stupid. I don't understand. Why would you do that?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. There's new news, and that is the Ferrari news. David's going to get to ride in a Ferrari, I guess, soon. Right. There is a new supercar at the top of Ferrari's lineup, the 1,183 horsepower F80 hybrid.
It's got to be tubbed.
Follows in the footsteps of the supercar maker's previous range toppers, which include the F40, F50, Enzo, and La Ferrari. The F80 is the first range-topping Ferrari supercar since the F40 in 1987 that doesn't feature a V12 engine. Despite having fewer cylinders, the F80's 3-liter V6 turbocharged gasoline engine produces 887 horsepower. The F80's hybrid system, which consists of an electric front axle and rear electric motor, adds another 296 horsepower, taking total output to near 1,200 horsepower. Yikes.
Dave is going to be in it.
And well, I don't know about this one. The F80 accelerates 0 to 62 miles an hour in 2.15 seconds and has a top speed of 217 miles an hour. Yeah.
Amazing.
Can you imagine? It's kind of like a dragster. I mean, truly, it's amazing to me. All right. I'm going to ignore that down the way there.
Yeah.
That's all I can do until we can find the lady that's in charge out here and have a talk with that guy. So we pardon us for griping about it on the air.
Overkill on the
it's a little
music.
It's a little loud. Usually these guys work with us and understand that we've got a broadcast here, but there's always got to be one.
Got to be one.
Yeah. Ford Motor Company for next month is offering dealers up to $1,500 for each 2024 F-150 Lightning they order from one of the automaker's new regional electric vehicle distribution centers, according to a memo obtained by Automotive News. The incentive program, which runs October 15th to November 15th, is open to all retailers. Hopefully they're going to pass that savings on to you. It's meant to further test the logistics and efficiencies of what they call rapid replacement centers and to increase RRC engagement, the memo says. U.S. sales of the F-150 Lightning are up 86%, up to 22,807 through September. In other words, they're not really – they may be up all that, but they're not selling them.
Up from what?
Yeah, because if you put a load or try to tow something, it brings the range down to 200 miles.
Yeah.
There's a problem there. Mm-hmm. They're also giving away a free Ford Charge Station Pro bidirectional home charger, which retails for $1,310 to buyers and lessees of the F-150 Lightning, Mustang Mach-E, and E-Transit during the fourth quarter.
Now, you need permits to do that, and lately all these people with these home generators are taking 30 to 60 to 90 days to get a home generator put in. How much time is it going to take to put a charger in?
Yeah, that's not good. Huh?
No, because you need permits for it.
Exactly. Well, we again are at the Back to the Past car show here at the site of the old original Spring Branch High School over here at 9016 Westview. It is a multi-purpose location now. Mm-hmm. So they tore the old high school down, and I think there's a couple of buildings left originally from the original building. But it's, football, basketball, baseball.
An event going on over there across the parkway.
Yeah. They've utilized the property very well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and the parking lot today.
Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. All right. Why don't we take a quick break, shall we?
Well, we can.
Are you good with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me get my piece of paper out here that shows me exactly where I am in the show.
You are at.
I am lost.
You're in Spring Branch.
Thank you. Yeah, you can't take us old people anywhere anymore. Sorry. Hey, I do want to remind you that you can catch the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live 2-hour, usually, weekly car show. Today we're 3. We stream it on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are on your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Free tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Loopy taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Fall car shows and cruise-ins continue on In Wheel Time. Our next remote is November 9th at the Hemi Hideout.
Yeah.
It's an open house over there, followed by the holiday kickoff cruise-in of Tailpipes and Tacos November 16th. And then the holiday road trip, get ready, cruise in at Gulf Coast Auto Shield. We just found out about that a couple days ago. We hope you'll stop by the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello. Time now for the Motor Minute, and Jeffrey has that.
Motor Minute, we've got a new subscriber. This is Carol Ann. Carol Ann, we appreciate you subscribing to the show. We've got many, many more, and if we get to 1,000 subscribers, Mike will come to your house and paint it. So let's work on that, folks. And also, we're not a political show, but we're going to start able to vote early pretty soon here, I guess Monday. So get out there. If you got cars, take somebody to the poll with you. Have them vote. And remember, vote early, vote often. That's what I say.
Way to go, Jeff.
Yeah.
That was a free commercial in there.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that the Motor Minute?
That's the Motor Minute. Because motor yourself over to the poll with somebody.
I like it. Okay. Well, looks like we've been able to calm down the music down the way. We try to be nice about it, but
yeah, well, you got to be nice.
Well, yeah, we try.
We do.
And we are a worldwide broadcast, and we come here and try to behave ourselves. Try to behave ourselves.
Okay, you're going to do this
Hard
one?
to do in this weather.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to do right now. Is that okay?
Yeah, I just need to get the right one.
Okay. Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport. We had the Big Bend 4x4 version. This is considered a small SUV, seats 5. Exterior changes from last model year. Not much. It was all new in 2021. This is about the second or third one that I've had. Mm-hmm. I was very fortunate, and the Ford Motor Company and my friend Ken Peabody arranged for me to drive a Ford Bronco Sport when I went up to visit cousin Steve and his wife Penny.
I remember that.
And it was the Heritage Edition.
Mm-hmm.
It had the white wheels and the yellow body on it with the white top. It was really cool. It got lots of looks, that's for sure. This one's the Big Bend 4x4. It's new this year. Not much, as I said, has changed as far as the design is concerned. Reminds of the older Land Rover. Conservative but attractive design. Big wheel openings, wheels based on the trim level that you buy. Available colors and trims are numerous. It's too numerous to mention. Yep. You just have to go and check it out. The Big Bend decals look good, and that's part of the attraction of the Big Bend. There are a lot of other things that are attractive as well. The full-time all-wheel drive system, it has different springs, shocks. It's a different, more off-roady version of the Bronco Sport. And I don't know whether you know this or not, but the Bronco Sport is basically a reskinned Ford Escape.
Wow.
Did you know that, Mars?
No, I did not.
I did not know that either. Incredible.
Well, I know they change, they'll use the same platform a lot of times for different cars, but I did not realize that was one of them.
The same skin, yeah.
Yeah, it's an Escape, Ford Escape. I didn't either until I started doing the research on it. What I liked about it, the exterior competes with many true off-roaders, like, for instance, the Jeep Wrangler, etc. Now, what could use improvement? I say not sure. I don't know if I'd change anything about it. It's very attractive, and it fits very well in the Bronco family. It's certainly not near as expensive as the real Bronco of late. Interior highlights. Dash is well laid out. Handy cell phone cubby right underneath the infotainment screen, like that. Trim level dictates either a warm feel or the stark off-road vibe. And I will tell you that they have so many different trim levels. you can make this thing look completely different on the inside. Have you had a chance to drive one of those?
Nope, I haven't. But I saw some of the pictures that go with it. It was. Wait, is this the same vehicle?
Yeah, exactly. I can't emphasize that enough. Cargo room, more than you'd think with the rear seats up, even, and obviously would put the rear seats down lots. What I liked about it, the interior, the versatility of it all. What could use improvement? The black appearance package looks good, but you have to question whether the $1,795 price point on that package, that trim, is worth it. The Bronco Sport, I said, is re-skinned Escape under the body panels. This one comes with all-wheel drive that the Escape didn't. 1.5-liter engine.
Wow.
It's an EcoBoost, so it's got a turbo on it, and it's 3 cylinders. You know, I'm always used to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Right. Oh, no, this is 3.
3 sounds
10,
just
12.
weird.
Yeah, it's like, how does it go down the road?
You hit the firing order, and you go, boom, boom.
That's pretty much it. 181 horsepower, though. I thought that's pretty good. Torque, 190 pound-feet, 8-speed automatic transmission. It works well. It's not a rocket ship by any stretch of the imagination, and it will tow up to a ton, about 2,000 pounds. 25 miles per gallon in the city is what it's rated, 29 on the highway for a combined of 26. I got 28.2 miles per gallon over 341.2 miles. What I liked about it, the 181 horsepower, it doesn't seem to work, but it does with that 8-speed automatic transmission. It gets the job done. Not a rocket, but it gets down the road, and you can actually pass people if that's what your intention is. What I liked about the ride and handling, the GOAT mode. GOAT stands for goes over any terrain. It's adjustable, and it has the all-wheel drive algorithms that adjust to whatever you set it. What could use improvement? Didn't take it off-road, but this Badlands version rides like an off-roader on the street. Base trim price $31,230. Price is tested $38,940. The base model price that you can get in one, $29,795. Competitors, and boy, there are plenty of them, and here are just 3. The Honda CR-V starts at $29,500. Toyota RAV4 goes for $28,675. These are all entry-level prices. Mazda CX-5 starts at $29,300. And that, my friends, is the review of the 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend Edition. Didn't you like it? Wasn't it good? I don't know. They're cohorting down here. I don't know what they're doing, but it's scary when they do anything under the cloak of darkness. I just dreamed that up. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right, it's time once again for a little breaky poo. Okay,
we're. I'm going to go to a different shot instead of the break. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you can just do that then. If you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Shows continue right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call, and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout. In real time, will be there too.
This is the In Real Time Car Talk Show from the Back to the Past Car Show, presented by Spring Branch High School Museum Foundation. Coming up, we got more car people talking to. Later, Jeff has the racing calendar. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news headlines. Today's show is sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer, David Ainsley, is with us today.
All right, David.
I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us today. Do we have somebody that's supposed to?
Yeah, there's a 69 Camaro over there that's supposed to be over here.
Oh. Does he know what time it is?
Apparently he doesn't know what time it is, so I guess I'm going to have to go back to that corner over there.
You do what you got to do, man.
Yeah,
go get him.
And while I'm on the way, I'll remind the 57 Chevy that's supposed to be here.
Yeah,
And then I'll remind the convertible.
Line them up right down the.
Well, they were lined up. Just somebody seems to be out of place. But I'll be back. Don't go away.
Okay. How good are you? Are you good at running? Run.
I already ran once today.
No, run.
That's for
no,
the
run.
week. I'm
well,
done.
we want to see this. We're going to put it on camera.
Jeff saw it.
Yeah, I did see it. It wasn't pretty.
I have a witness.
It was not pretty. I threw up in my throat watching them.
Okay. So today's show is from the car show is from 10 until 2. Judging is from 11:30 to 1. Awards at 1:30. All types and years are welcomed here. Top 15 cars are awarded along with People's Choice. The Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation Choice Award, most horsepower, most original, and best interior. You know, I'll bet you that if I showed that Raptor that I brought today,
yep.
the Raptor R, I'd probably win in the horsepower.
You probably
category.
would, yeah.
It's quite. Listen,
I'd vote for you.
I stomped the throttle on that thing.
Oh yeah.
And I will tell you that you stomp the throttle on that thing, you better be hanging on because it's going to get away from you.
My hair was blowing back and it was terrible.
Your one hair.
So you folks are waiting at the door. The
hair.
entrance is around the side over there. Yep. We try to do a little bit of everything here and be helpful and make sure that everybody finds their way around. Thank you so much. We try. We don't do.
We used to have a tip jar over here.
That's right. By the way, if you want to bring your car, there's still time. $30 gets you entered into the show. Mm-hmm. But if you just want to come and see, it's free.
Come see. Yeah.
There's some interesting rides. You know, it's interesting to go to these things because every cruise in or car show that we go to draws a different audience. So it's not the same cars you see all the time.
Yeah, for the most part. We've seen a couple of duplicates in some of the events we've done.
Biff is here.
Biff is here.
Biff is here with his 55?
Yep.
Or 56?
He's got Tri-5, yeah.
Okay. Well, I know he's a Tri-5, but I didn't know whether it's
a 55,
5 or 6. And I don't know why was I always attracted to the 56. I think really there's some minor details, the tail lights mainly. Mm-hmm. That's how you could tell, but it's just me. I like the newer model.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
David, did you bring a little attitude with you today?
No, he's got 5 things going in 7 different directions.
Do you? Is it? Sorry. Okay.
David does things for a lot of other shows.
Yeah.
So he's kind of
radio
in the middle
shows.
of that radio show. So he's in the middle of that.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you need to leave or anything? No. Okay. We don't want to interrupt.
And Mike's still out trying to corral some
our
folks.
next guest.
Yeah. You got till 1, Mike.
till 1 o'clock when we go off the air. I did want to extrapolate. I like that word.
Do you?
Do you like it?
I can't spell it.
The Hemi Hideout Open House.
Oh, yeah.
Is coming. That's
buddy.
November the 9th. It's a open house for 2 hours. That's it.
Yep. That's all you need.
Yep. And bring $10 per person.
Cash
Money. It doesn't take credit cards,
No,
doesn't take
debit,
checks, none of that
Venmo,
stuff.
Zippo
And what
or
happens is that you donate your $10 worth of cash money for each person that you bring, and then John matches it and gives that money to the local charities out there in Brookshire.
Yeah. He does a lot of great work with many charities out there.
He does.
He really does.
Such a great. And if you've never been to the Hemi Hideout,
oh my God,
I can't speak highly enough about it. It is a venue like you have never seen before.
If you go once, you're going to want to go back because
Yes.
he does this periodically for events. You can actually have an event there. They've done wedding receptions. They've done musical things there, tours. They do tours all the time, but you have to call, register, and they'll get that done for you. And
it's on his
there's
personal property.
Yeah, and everyone there is a volunteer.
Right.
Everyone there that knows about the museum.
Well, they know
side,
John.
They know John.
Yeah, and
he's a great teacher, a great instructor. He's a great guy.
he is. And he gets up there, and he obviously, since he lives on the property, he shortchanges those that have never been there in his descriptions of all the stuff that's in there. Yeah. It would be an hours and hours long tour if you went through the whole thing step by step. I mean, the Hemi Hideout, clearly this guy was a Chrysler Dodge Plymouth guy.
But it's not only the cars, it's all the neon, it's all the presentation, it's all the nostalgic signage.
He's even got a dinosaur head.
He's got a dinosaur head in there. He does, and it's real. It doesn't talk or anything, but it's real. He's got motorcycles in there. He's got tractors. He's got all kinds of stuff. Yeah. My favorite part is he's got like an outdoor bar-ish area, and the bar stools are saddles.
Yes.
Very cool.
It is. The whole venue is fabulous. And so we invite you to drive out there. It is well worth it.
And it's not a long drive. It's an easy trip.
Yeah. Brookshire. Right across the Brazos River or there at Peach Ridge Road. You take a right.
And the road's been redone. I think they're all kind of opened up. It used to be bad, but I think it's a lot better.
Yeah. I believe so.
David will be there.
Yeah,
10 years.
It's I-10, the Katy Freeway.
Well, somebody keeps stealing it. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Which is always, it's kind of like the Gulf Freeway that you're familiar with.
There was a friend of mine that got back from Italy. I think it was, he got back from Italy, and he said he saw a sign. It said Brookshire 3 miles on the road. So they're taking the road. They're giving it away. Yeah. Didn't make sense.
This is why we have you on the show, Jeff. Because you make us think.
Oh, yeah. I'm a thinker, all right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Tell Kathy that.
So I brought up the Hemi Hideout, and there's a couple of others that we also have coming up.
What? You keep going, and I'll reiterate those when it's my turn.
Well, we also have the weekend after the Hemi Hideout. Mm-hmm. We have the Tailpipes and Tacos.
Yeah, it's another goodie.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of what I'm calling is the holiday kickoff, because they're asking if you would bring a wrapped toy or
wrapped
unwrapped.
Or unwrapped.
Well, we don't want it out of its packaging.
Oh, no.
But we don't want to have it wrapped in any kind of Christmas.
So David can't bring one of his Barbie dolls from 2 years ago to throw it in the donation bin.
Let's ask him. Okay. David, would you bring your Barbie doll? He will.
But you got to wrap it.
Okay. Anyway, that's Tailpipes and Tacos. And that really has kind of been instrumental in propelling this show into the remote world. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether that's a good thing.
Or tailspin.
Yeah, tailspin. But anyway, we're going to do 3 hours out there. It's going to be from 8 to 11 on November 16th.
That'll be fun.
And you bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. The last one that he had in the spring. Oh, my God.
I was just about to say.
We had to park next door.
Yeah.
It was so many people.
Because it's a series of restaurants that the parking lots are connected, and all of the parking lots that were connected were full.
Yeah.
And we were kind of concerned that some of these other restaurants open a little later, 11 o'clock or noon, that all this would be, dispersed before they opened, and they were a little concerned. But there was, I bet you, 300 cars out there. There had to have been. There were
definitely a lot.
Get there early because the spots go quick, and if you're with a club or a team, or if you got buddies that have the same cars, get there early to get the good parking spots.
The fun thing about that car show is that cars will come and go during the show.
Oh, yeah.
It is a cruise-in. This is a judged show, so everything here is pretty much static until the judging ends at 1:30.
And you get the Lupe Tortilla Chili Pepper Trophy.
That's right.
Yeah.
We should have brought that with us.
We should have brought that, and we should have brought the Wally. But that is what it is.
And by the way, speaking of Wally, I have to thank the Emmons brothers and Emmons Autoplex for sponsoring us last week at the Stevenson Park and the Corvette Club car show. That is probably one of the best car shows ever. Oh my God. What is he doing? We're going to line him up. Oh, I'm jealous because this is my car that's pulling in here. And we're going to interview him here in just a few minutes. This is a 69 Camaro with a great big bulging hood, which generally means that he's got some sort of an intake on that thing that sticks up above a stock. Anyway, we'll find out about it. But anyway, so thanks to the Emmons guys for the show last week. We appreciate that. I can't wait to talk to this guy. What time is it? Because I want to get the commercial in. Let's take the commercial early and get him over here and get him all loosened up. Are you going to open the hood for us too? Please do, yeah. Let it breathe a little bit. So, we'll be the judge of that. Yeah, it is. Oh, my God. See, I knew that there was a different intake manifold on there. That's why that big bulging hood on it. But it's a beautiful orange 69 Camaro Z28. That's not the original DZ motor in it, I take. It's double that. Okay. Well, it sounded a little fast. Let me put it that way. All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll talk to the owner of the beautiful 69 Camaro here in just a second. I have to find my cheat sheet. Oh, okay. There it is.
You got it?
I do. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this break.
Free tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupe Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupe taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your car's finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today coming to you from the Back to the Past Car Show. over here at the site of the original Spring Branch High School, 9016 Westview, at the original site. And we thank everybody for being so gracious and asking us to come out and do the show here. Okay. His name is Michael Boyd, and I'm jealous. A 69 Camaro that's pristine, and it's got a bad-to-the-bone motor in it. Michael, it's great to have you here, and thank you very much for pulling your car up here for us.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
You bet. So, all right. I mentioned to him during the commercial break that it didn't sound like a DZ motor, which is the original stock motor in the Z28 from 1969. So what you got underneath that hood, sir?
It is a factory-sized engine. It's the same size engine block as a 396, 427, 454 big block.
Okay.
9.8 deck height, but it's 615 cubic inch.
Oh, God.
And makes 950 on pump gas.
950 horsepower.
Yeah, and with the nitrous and race gas, it makes about 1,200.
You know a little bit about cars then?
A little bit.
Uh-huh. Did you build that motor yourself?
I had a shop build it. I spec'd it out, but, yeah, I had a shop build it up in New York, Shafroff Racing Engines in New York.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's got something other than a stock 454 cam in it.
Yeah, it's got the biggest hydraulic oil that comp cams make. 775 lift.
Good Lord.
279 at 050 duration. It's more than necessary, and it would probably run a little better when I cruise it around on the street with a smaller cam, but
wouldn't sound as
you
good.
can't help it.
What
you know,
what fun is that?
Yeah, you do it because you can.
So how long have you
Thank
had?
God we still can.
Yeah, amen. How long have you owned that 69?
I found it up in Southington, Connecticut in 2016.
Finders keepers.
I had one. As a matter of fact, I used to cruise right by this school.
Did you go to this school?
In the 70s. No, I went to Spring Woods, but we're all in the same district. At the time, it was 175A. So I was telling that young lady I used to play football in the stadium that used to be right here. But I had a 69 back in the 70s when I was 17 years old that had a 396 in it and a 4-speed and a 12-bolt that I paid $1,500 for.
Wow.
It was a 500 horsepower street car, and it was orange just like this one, and I kept it until 88, and I was broke and couldn't rebuild the motor, so I sold it, and then I kicked myself in the rump for about 30 years, and 2016 I saved up some money, and I found that car on ClassicCars.com, and I just got lucky. I was the third person the woman contacted, and the first two tried to knock her down on price, so she hung up on them. And
you said I want it.
I told her it was sold before I even saw it, because I'd seen the pictures, I'd seen the spec on the car. It had a 427 in it at the time, had a built Turbo 400 in it, and a Ford 9-inch already in it with a Ford 9-inch with a 411 and a Detroit Posi unit already in the car. Same paint that you're looking at now, same body, already had the glass hood on it, and it was in there for $25,000. Every car on that site at the time comparable was $45,000.
I was going to say
$55,000.
There you go, twice the amount.
And I just was in the right place at the right time. She had, when I found the ad on a Friday night, she had no phone number, so I banged out an email fast as I could, and I was the third guy she called. And like I said, the first two tried to knock her down on price, so she hung up on them. And she called me the next morning, and I told her it's sold. Don't care. It doesn't have to run. It was because it was mechanically what I was looking for.
Right.
It had a big block already in it, had a built tranny, built rear end already in it.
So you brought it out here to sell it?
Well, as you well know, everything
is for sale. That's exactly.
But you'd have to get into six
I know a guy
figures to
looking
get
for a
from me.
Camaro.
Yeah, he's been looking for a long time.
It costs you $95 or $100 to get it from me.
Yeah. You got that, don't you?
I just a
$100.
little short. I went to Lupi Tortilla last night, so I'm broke today.
Yeah.
We all are.
Did you put the roll bar and stuff in it? Or?
I had it put in. Yeah.
Okay.
When I bought the car, it had a 6-point carbon steel cage in it, and I had that cut out. That's a chrome moly 8.5 back half in it now. So if I go to the track, I don't get
you
any.
could be legal.
Yeah,
you could run.
Right.
Because you got a little bit of meat on the back.
They'll let me run more than once.
Yeah, exactly.
You take it to the drag strip?
It has never been because they closed Baytown before and got this motor.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah. And
this is too
I
far.
just keep praying somebody will build one out here on the west side.
Well, there's the 8th mile up there at Houston Motorsports.
Yeah, and I've seriously considered that.
Yeah, Lufkin's a pretty good little drive, but I hear
Yeah,
it's a
no,
pretty
I'd
good
have
track.
to trailer it to a decent track, to really see. And I know you can use the little, the conversion they do on 8th mile. Take your 8th mile time and multiply it times 1.55, and that's supposed to be pretty close to.
Okay.
Well, I would
what you
encourage you
run.
to take it up to the Texas Motorplex up in Dallas. That's a
and
great
it's-
track.
Yeah, if you're going to put it in a trailer.
That it's funny. I've seriously wanted to trailer it up there for the big Good Guys show.
Yes.
Up there in Fort Worth or
Right.
up there at the track, Texas Motor Speedway.
Yes.
Right.
And then that's exactly what I was thinking. On the way back, I'll just stop at Ennis and put it on
Put
there.
a couple of time trials in,
and see what she'll do. Should run a real low 9 or a high 8.
Golly, I like it a lot.
Hence
I
the
like
roll
it
bar.
a lot.
Well, I mean, that's just a simple conversion of horsepower and weight. The car weighs 32 and change and 1,200 horse with the nitrous. I mean,
how do you keep the tires from burning up on the back end of it? Gingerly.
Mickey Thompson wrinkle wall slicks.
There
Just
you go.
can't drive it in the rain. Just can't drive it when it's
Yeah.
wet.
Well, you don't
Which
want to
who
do that
wants-
anyway.
I was going to say, how much fun is that car in the rain anyway? None.
So is that a factory original Z28? Or
No,
is
it's not. It's
okay.
actually a little 3-speed coupe car. Was green and green.
Wow.
Because I had a friend of mine looked up the VIN on it, and he told me it was spec'd out as a 327 coupe with 3 on the tree. Old 3-speed manual. And it does still have the clutch pedal and all that gear in it, because I do know it was a manual car. But
So you didn't take any of that out?
no, the pedal's gone.
Oh,
of course,
okay,
so
okay.
I'm not stepping on the pedal for nothing, but it's still got the small 4-speed brake pedal, even though it's an automatic car. But it's just really fun to drive, and
It sounds fun, and it looks fun.
It's a Hellcat killer.
I'll bet it is.
Oh, wow.
What could be
Throw that there.
Timber!
What could be more fun than that?
In your face, Hellcat.
Exactly. Have you had a little roustabout with any of those cars?
Oh, sure.
Got any of them here? Let's see.
2 of them, matter of fact.
Have you?
Yeah, and it wasn't close.
Yeah.
Funny,
love to hear
they
that.
didn't want to talk about it afterward either.
No, I'm sure not. The youngsters today really don't appreciate what we know, what
no sense of humor.
what we've got within us.
You know what I think a lot of it is they don't realize all your modern day hot rods, your ZL1 Camaros, your GT500 Mustangs, your Hellcats, they're 4,000, 4,200 pound cars.
Right. They are heavy.
Very true. They
They're
are very heavy.
You know, all that stuff's great until you're trying to outrun me.
You got to have a little more juice if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll never see me knocking blown cars or turbo cars. There's no denying them. Those things make great horsepower. But I just love the old naturally aspirated motors. Mm-hmm. And
yes, sir.
I mean,
me too.
If I could have, I seriously considered putting a 632 in it, but I'd have had to do so many more modifications to get it in there because, that extra 600 thousandths of block height pushes everything out and up. Mm-hmm. And the way it is now, all I literally had to do to the car was notch that front cross member about 3 inches and box it in.
For
and
the
that
pan.
615 dropped, the pan, to fit the pan. And that 615 just drops right in, man.
See that?
That's
the
in
way
fact,
to
I
do
took
it.
the motor mounts off the 427, bolted them right on that block because it's a 9/8 deck, block.
Yeah. But that, like you said, that's the reason that car was outfitted the way you wanted it.
Yep.
Save you all that work, and all that modification.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to, once you got the car down here to Houston, Texas, to do all the work that you've done to it?
Well, that's the 4th motor, 3rd transmission, and 2nd rear end. So I replaced the rear end with the Strange Engineering 9-inch. It's got the aluminum Ultra Pro center section, the Strange posi track in it, which that Strange posi, man, anybody building a nice street car, if you're going to put a rear end in it, that Strange posi unit, it's the next best thing to a spool. but you can't run a spool and keep tires on it because every time you go around a turn, it's trying to rip the inside tire off. It works so good. It doesn't matter how hard I hit it and how long the tires spin.
Did you blow the 9-inch Ford out of it, or
no,
you just upgraded it?
No, I just upgraded it because I knew that it was an old Bronco rear end, but it had a Detroit locker posi already in it and a 411 gear already in it. And that's another thing. When it had the smaller motor in it, I needed that gear to get off as fast as I wanted to. Now it's just got a 350 rear gear in it because I just overcome the weight with it.
What do you do for a living?
Actually, I do ultrasonic testing on jet engine and rocket engine parts for a company called Element. And we just use like ultrasound to test engine parts before they go into aircraft motors and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Kind of like a new version of blueprinting a motor.
It's really neat stuff. I was in the waste hauling business with my dad for 25 years, and then the big players came in town and bought all the landfills and ran me out in 2010. And I had a friend that was in this business, and he got me an interview, and I've been doing that about 15 years now.
Nice. Did you ever? You're probably not old enough. Did you ever go down to Houston International Raceway down on 45?
Yeah, I'm old enough.
Are you?
I'm 62.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I sure did.
Well,
we'll leave it at that.
I miss having a good track here. That's for sure. Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember Gulf Tex Dragway down there at Lauder and 45 South.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, there was a drag strip right next to I-45 up until about the early 90s. Now there's subdivisions where it was, but in fact, one of the only cars ever beat my old Camaro, I saw down there 2 weeks later. I was heartbroken too. This guy had a pink 66 Chevelle.
Pink.
With a small black, pearl pink, beautiful paint, for pink. Mm-hmm. And I ran into him over on Westheimer on a weekend night. We went and had a little drag, and he just spanked me. He hurt my feelings. And I moped around for 2 weeks, and then I went down there with a friend of mine who had a track car, and there's the pink Chevelle. Guy pulls up, rips off a 1010. I didn't feel so bad anymore, because I was running around on big old fat Mickey Thompson Street tires with that car, and that car was quick. It was probably a low 11-second car. But after I saw him do I saw him do a 10-10, I felt great. I was like, hell, now I know why he was 11 links out on me.
Well, I'll tell you what. That sure would have looked good underneath all those pine trees up at East Tex Dragway up there on 59.
I always wondered what the first home buyers in Kingwood thought, because I used to go up there and watch. I saw Don Gartless up there leave black strip from start across the finish line up there and run a 6:05 at about 240 in that drag strip. And I don't know if you've ever been up there back in the day when a fuel car ran up there, you'd hear that motor echo for 10 seconds through that forest. I remember the first time I saw that, I wondered.
And the scary thing
wonder what these people who just dropped $500,000 on a house thought they were moving out in the woods are thinking right now.
Well, the other scary thing about it is, of course, they couldn't run those. There was no run-out area up there.
There, not much.
At the end, trees.
Yeah.
That was about it. Well, Michael Boyd, it's a pleasure.
Hey.
We appreciate talking cars with you.
We're
going to come over and camp out in the garage one Saturday afternoon, and you can show us around.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Perfect.
Thanks, sir.
Guys.
Thank you very much. We appreciate, and good luck today in the show. I think you'll do well. At least I'd make sure that you did. All right.
Yes, sir.
We'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for a quick break. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, streaming and podcasting around the planet. Look for us on your favorite podcast provider.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout, and Will Time will be there too.
From the Back to the Past Car Show, presented by Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation, this is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we got another really nice-looking 57 Chevy we're going to talk to the owner about. We got lots of car people among us, and we're talking to them. Mr. Mars has a review of the new Kia Niro, and Jeff has his weekly feature as well. Just ahead, this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, today's show sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars.
This guy.
We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer, David Ainsley.
Right, David.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could be with us today on our remote broadcast here at the site of the old Spring Branch High School. That's 9016 Westview is where we are. Mm-hmm. And you're going to drive by and you go, well, there's nothing but a building there. Well, come on back. We're in the back of the building.
We're in the back.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of flags and a few signs out front. So
we're
you can
not
tell
allowed
there's
out
something
front.
going on. Yeah, they put us in the back.
We're not allowed.
Okay. Well, introduce our guest there,
So
Mr. Mars.
joining us now with this really, really nice 57 Chevy is Mr. Jim Stewart. And
That's
I'm
James Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yes, sir.
Do you go by Jimmy Stewart?
I did when I was young.
We all went by.
Up till 20, and then I became Jim.
Went from a Jimmy to a Jim.
Well, I used to be a Donnie, and
Okay,
then I went
yep.
to a Don.
Went to a Don.
Now he's
You
something
understand.
else we
Now
can't
I'm
talk
an
about
absolute
now.
jerk.
Okay. I've always been that way, so it's okay.
So you can relate.
I can relate.
Well, beautiful 57,
Thank you.
2-door, hard top, maroon in color, and I'm thinking that Jeff has got that up on our I can't see because the sunshine is too bright.
Yeah.
And I think that we have the same problem that we did last week.
No, I can't see where he's at.
Well, it's right here. Well, at any rate, Jim, tell me about your car. How long have you had it?
I've had it since 1983.
So it's been around. It's been in the garage a lot.
It was a garage storage facility for about almost 40 years.
Wow, really?
37. So I bought it in 83, towed it home from East Texas when we were visiting my wife's grandmother, and then sat in my garage. You know how life gets in the way.
Yes, very much so.
Sending kids to college and otherwise. So sat in my garage until 2000. At that point, or 2020, my wife said either fix it
or get rid of
it.
Yep.
So I fixed it.
Okay.
So
what did you fix?
everything.
Everything?
Pretty much. It's got a new motor. It's a 383 Blueprint Strucker engine.
Gotcha.
With a Holly Sniper. It's a 700 R4 transmission, 9-inch.
So the wife can drive it?
She can. Yes, automatic.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to, but she can.
Good. Has it got power steering?
Power steering.
Good.
Power brakes.
Got air conditioning?
Air conditioning.
Did you get vintage air in it?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I think everybody gets vintage air.
And so who did the paint?
A body shop in Alvin called Alvin Auto Collision.
They can do paint there.
They can do paint there. They really can. Did a good job.
Why did you choose that color?
Well, interesting. That's an interesting question because originally I was trying to get the real bright red Lexus color.
Yes.
And the guy says, well, it's going to cost you X amount of dollars more. And he said, why don't you pick one of these colors? And that's what color I picked. It's called a blazed red metallic pearl.
Glazed red metallic pearl.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and
did you have? Was the car just a shell when you had it painted, or did he paint around it?
No, it was just a shell. We took the body off because I took the frame home and was working on something else on it. So he had the whole body and did it frame off.
Oh,
so
nice.
Not necessarily rotisserie, but he had all the parts.
Yeah, he had all the parts. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. And who did the interior?
Give me a minute.
Well, that's okay. I mean, somebody local.
Odias.
Okay.
Upholstery. They're in Stafford, a little small shop, and they mostly do upholstery for sofas and otherwise, but he also does auto interior.
But you got to bring the seats and the stuff to
take
him.
everything to him, and
not just the car.
Yeah,
right.
he has no place to put the car.
Got you.
So,
well, as far as the seats are concerned, I haven't obviously gotten up and looked in there. Are they stock?
No. So I bought. I'm trying to think of the brand name. It's a custom seat that has a armrest. I could have bought the standard seat, but I didn't have an armrest, and I just thought, well,
you got to have armrest.
Got to have armrest. My wife said, we don't have anything else. The only thing I've missed is a cup holder. So I bought a little cup holder. That sounds bad, but you don't have a cup holder.
Now, do you take it on any road trips, or is it just a show queen?
No, we just got back from Bowling Green.
Wow. Nice.
We went on the road trip.
The Corvette thing?
No, this was Tri-Fi.
Oh,
Tri-Fi
Nationals.
All
right.
So they had Woody's had a Tri-Fi National road trip from Dallas to Bowling Green. So we went to Shreveport, Vicksburg, Meridian, Chattanooga.
It sounds like cruising the coast.
Close.
Hot rod tour of Texas.
Yeah.
That's a good one, too.
So, but like I say, and the reason why I did that is because just so I feel comfortable, I have people around me in case you break down.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, so I've had issues, and I just replaced. The original was a Holly Sniper 1, and I had nothing but pure problems. And finally, they agreed it was Sniper was bad. They sent me a new one, and not had any problem. Used to, I'd sit there and crank for 3 to 5 minutes to get it to start.
Oh my!
Really?
Yeah. And you got a brand new engine, you think, turn the key and start right up.
Right.
And you talk to Holly, start right up. Well, no. So $1,500 later, I said, "Oh yeah, I took it to Holly specialist, and $750 is it's fixed."
No.
So finally, Blueprint was good enough; they've replaced it, and starts right
been
up.
Great ever since.
Starts up every time.
Nice.
Did they give you an indication what it was, or just?
They'll never admit that.
Yeah.
No.
They won't admit whatever it was. But once again, what do? You try everything you think. I took it to 2 different shops thinking. So first, I've got people that work on my car most of the time. They do a good job, but just couldn't fix it. So I thought, well, I'll call a Holly specialist. Take it there. Yeah, didn't happen. $750 later, and so I told Holly, I said, you need to look at your specialist, because they should have caught that there's something wrong with the carburetor instead of just saying, oh, we fixed it. So, that's sad but true. So, but I have a Sniper 200 now, and it starts right up.
No problem.
No problems.
Yeah.
It's great.
So is it for sale?
No.
You just bought a car.
I know. I'm trying to help the man out. I'm trying to get Don to know.
No. This one's not for sale. This will probably remain in my family.
How long did it take you to do all that work? A couple of years?
Well, about a year.
Year?
I had done the underneath, all the drivetrain and everything we'd done earlier, but then the body and then putting it all back together took about a year and a half. So I had a guy out of Angleton, out of Alvin, that did it and put it back together, and then the body shop was in Alvin.
Gotcha.
So, but
sort of draw down there in Alvin, I think.
Yeah, something.
I think that there's some sort of a vegetable garden down there.
There is one.
David says him. David's down in Alvin.
You're not in Alvin. Well, but that's not Alvin.
It's close. Come on.
It's like saying I'm close.
8 miles away.
Where you?
Friendswood.
Oh yeah, he's close. Highway 6. Come on, you're. Get the guy a break. Come on, help a brother out here. Okay?
He's an engineer, so it's.
Yeah. Joe's right there.
You know, of course, if he was a good engineer, he'd have the microphone down where people could hear what he's saying.
That's why he has it up. He doesn't want anybody to hear him.
Thank you, David.
I just want to go.
We know that. Exactly.
Thank you, David.
Do you show it often?
Not really.
Do you live close by here?
No, I live in Missouri City.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
But
I live in Sugar Land, kind of like Alvin and friends were.
That's right. Well, back in the 80s, nobody knew where Missouri City was.
No,
they knew
that's
where,
right.
They knew where Sugar Land was, but they didn't know where
only
Missouri
because
City.
of the sugar factory.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't build it to show. I built it to drive
and
enjoy.
Very good.
And, because it's, I'll go show it, and if I win something, great. If I don't,
who cares? Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's as much about the people and other car lovers than it is about winning a trophy.
Yeah, it's talking about experiences. Well, we all have a story to tell.
Yes, we do.
We all have
several stories.
Yeah, saying, "Oh, did you had that problem too?" So
now, did you grow up a car guy?
I did. I've been in Houston. I'm born and raised in Houston. So
where'd you go to high school?
Went to Jones High School.
Jesse H. Jones.
Jesse H. Jones. Yep. And I don't know if you know the name Tommy Costalis.
Name sounds familiar.
So Houston Engine Balancing Service.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. Yeah. Luther Costalis. Luther was the big guy in the 60s. Everybody wanted him to tune your car. Well, Tommy and I went to high school together. It was his son. Tommy passed away probably 10 years ago, sometime in the last 10 years. Once I retired, I lose track of days and hours.
Good for you.
So I don't know.
I'm still working, and I lose track of days and times.
But
hours.
But Tommy
we all have.
So we used to go out to the Dickinson drag strip.
Yes, of course.
Back when Don Gay was running the Infinity.
Houston International Raceway.
Yep.
Yes, I was there. That's where I cut my teeth.
Okay.
Back in the day.
And then they finally built the one in Baytown.
Actually, if you go down to Dickinson and over on the north side of I-45, you're going to find a Walmart there. And the Walmart is where the drag strip used to be.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I drove by there yesterday and I was looking at it. I pointed out to my wife, said, I think right over that Walmart, I said, where it used to be. So.
Yeah. Well,
that's where you showed me our last trip down there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, been here all my life, and we used to go racing in Holly Hall.
Of course we did. Yeah.
And used to go down to Bill Williams.
Yep.
Downtown.
Yep.
Which is now Scarlet Tower.
Yep.
If you know where Scarlet Tower is.
I do.
Okay. That's
I know I know right there.
If you grew up here, you know what I'm talking about.
That's the Med Center. That's the Med Center.
It's the Med Center, yeah.
What he's talking about, though, is right there across from Shamrock Hilton.
A little further down.
The Shamrock's not there anymore, though, is it?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's been gone.
I remember I was there once. Yeah. Long time ago.
That's Texas A&M something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like I say, always been a car guy. My first car was a 57 Chevrolet. So
you know your way around that thing, don't you?
My first car was $32.50.
$32.50.
And 50 cents. So the story is that my sister was dating a guy who had bought this car, and he had another car, and he parked it in a no parking zone, and they finally towed it off. And he said, if you'll go get it, you can have it. So $32.50 later, I bought it.
Oh, my God. I sure hope that guy doesn't run into our camera.
Well, I sure hope not just run into us.
I hope he doesn't run into any of us.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I have. This is my third 57. So
very nice. Well, it's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I know that you enjoy driving it, and we enjoy looking at it.
Thank you.
Very nice.
And since you like to drive it, have you ever heard of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas?
No.
I'll tell you what. So you go to our website,
okay,
and look under events. We got the Tailpipes and Tacos coming up on November the 16th.
Not far from Missouri City.
Right.
Yep.
The last weekend in April is when the Hot Rod Tour of Texas is, but they haven't really got everything lined out. But that's a real nice 3-day run across Texas, depending on where they set it up.
You definitely like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Check our events. We try and keep things updated there.
And we'll be at Autorama.
Okay.
So
good.
So we've got 6 of our cars from the not mine.
I was going to say you're holding out on us.
Our club. I'm part of the
Tri-Fives?
Houston Classic Chevy Club.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that you know Biff, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Biff was past president. I just took over this year and trying to make things work.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
I do. I've been involved in car clubs before, and I know all about them.
And when somebody finally says, "Okay, I've had enough," and then somebody else's turn to take over.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's what will happen, I'm sure, soon.
Well, Jim.
Don, thank you.
Thank you.
Donnie.
Thank you, sir.
Donnie.
It's a
David,
pleasure.
Dave,
David.
Michael, Mike.
Davey. Do we call Davey?
Jeff,
Yeah.
His Eminence.
Yeah, I've never called him Davey, but
David.
David, whatever the case may be. Great talking to you. Hope to run into you again.
Okay, hopefully
come out to the Tailpipes and
Tailpipe
Tacos.
Tacos on the 16th.
And
then
have you ever been out to Hemi Hideout?
We have. We went
Okay.
back in February.
Well, we got another one
February,
coming up.
March.
We got one coming up.
Yeah, there's another one coming up.
And it's on the events, right?
Yep.
November 9th.
There you go.
Okay, so I'll go online.
Yeah,
perfect.
Fine.
Go along.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate
Hey,
it.
the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Free tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupi taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. So, Jimmy, I told, there you go. I told David, I said, oh, it's got cutouts on it.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy.
There it is, nice and quiet now.
Mike, why don't you push him? He needs a push.
He doesn't need to be pushed.
No, he doesn't need a push.
But at any rate, very nice car. He didn't even tell us that he had cutouts on it.
Well, he was secret. There
That's
was
his
a policeman
secret.
looking at it, if you noticed. We got it on camera.
We did?
Johnny Law was out there.
Johnny Law.
Johnny
He didn't
Law.
look underneath it, did he?
No.
Yeah, that's okay. Hey, fall car shows and
McGreedy.
cruise-ins, the remotes, we're all over it. Hemi Hideout Open House, November 9th.
It's all over us.
Followed by the holiday kickoff at Tailpipes and Tacos, November 16th. And on December 7th, the Gulf Coast Auto Shield get ready for a road trip cruise-in. We'll be sure and stop by our In-Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello if you would.
Jello.
All right, time now for, let's do, we can do Jeff's feature, and
Okay.
then Mr. Mars has his car review.
All right, let me get my feature out.
Well, whatever,
that's not a
however you
problem.
want to do it. Okay.
Give me a sec here.
Sure. What is your feature about
My
today?
feature is about the Buick Motor Corporation.
Buick Motor Corporation.
Buick.
I did not know it was a Buick Motor Corporation.
Yeah. As soon as I get my stuff out of here, for crying out loud, here we go.
Nailheads.
Buick is one of the oldest automobile brands in the world and is currently the oldest in the United States and still active today. Autocar was founded in 1897, which made it the oldest motor vehicle manufacturer in Western Hemisphere. Originally made the Autocar, but they now build heavy trucks. The division of American automobile manufacturer General Motors, started by automotive pioneer David Dunbar, Buick in 1899. It was among the first American automobile brands that the company had established by General Motors in 1908. During the 19th century, Durant had made his fortune as co-owner, also in Flint, Michigan, with Josiah Dallas Dort of the Durant Dort.
Wait a minute, Josiah
Dallas Dort of the Durant Dort Carriage
Dort?
Company. Dort. D-O-R-T.
He's such a Dort.
Carriage company, which by 1904 was the largest carriage company in the world. Before the establishment of General Motors, the GM founder, William C. Durant, had served as Buick's general manager and a major investor. With the demise of Oldsmobile in 2004, Buick then became the oldest surviving American car maker. Thank you, Oldsmobile. There's some people out there that are a little disappointed. Today, Buick is positioned as a premium automobile brand, selling luxury vehicles, I know that because I have one, positioned above Chevrolet while priced below the flagship luxury Cadillac division. I've had those too. In North America, Buick vehicles are almost always sold alongside of GMC, another premium brand. Vehicles with multi-branded dealerships like GMC, Buick, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and things of that nature. So in the U.S. market, the share was 1.2% down by nearly half of its market share in the year 2000. However, over the same period time frame, Buick sold more than 1.4 million vehicles, recorded the brand as a record. The growth was driven by sales in China. How about that? Which accounted for 80% of the Buick sales in America during that time. So back in June of 2022, Buick Global Chief Duncan Allred announced that Buick would transition its entire lineup to electric vehicles by the year 2030 as part of a plan.
Yeah, everybody's got those.
Not going there.
No.
So nevertheless, Buick is now the oldest in America, in the world, automobile manufacturer.
I'll be darned.
Yep. How about that?
I'll be darned.
Didn't know that.
Well, Mr. Mike Mars here on the In Wheel Time Show
I got to get you
now
going, Michael.
has a review coming up. And what is that, the review going to be on, Mike?
Well, this here is their 2024
Kia Niro.
Niro.
It's
SX Touring. It's a touring car.
Touring car. It's a Niro. So I keep thinking of Greek mythology and a Nero
Yeah,
guy.
I'm really not sure how they came up with that name. But
Nero is
once
burning.
you think of it, you know.
Not
it's
Nero,
there.
but Nero.
Nero.
Yeah.
And in fact, this is actually the second generation because it was this generation was introduced in 2023. So this is kind of a carryover. Going to do a little tweaking on it.
Tweak it.
Kind of get it going. Comes in 5 available trim levels. You got an LX, an EX Touring, SX, SX Touring. We happen to have the SX Touring, so we're sitting at the top of the line. And this is a really nice vehicle. So it is considered a small, compact SUV. They kind of change. Everything's growing a little bit, so they're trying to get away, I think, from the compacts and the subcompacts and just say it's small. That way you don't have to worry about people getting insulted because they got the wrong things. I'm not sure.
Nope.
But this one, because
You
of
would
the
know about
styling
small.
on it goes between it almost looks like a hatchback to some people, but it's not really a hatchback because of the styling on it. So it gives you a little more room in the back as far as the headroom in the back seat goes. It's not available with any all-wheel drive either, so it's got a couple of things here. Got LED lighting all the way around, including the fog lights. Got some gloss black body trim, including the rear spoiler and the roof rails. So it's got a nice combination. Whatever color you get, it's got some nice black to kind of offset it there. Power liftgate, power sunroof. We were on the optional 18-inch alloy wheels, which were also black. So once we got into it, we found out that we had leather seating surfaces. The front seats are heated and ventilated, as you would expect, or a car like this. 10.25-inch touchscreen. Now, this is the bigger one because they're up in the trim level lines. But the strange thing is it's got a wireless charger, but if you want to use Apple CarPlay or Android, you have to wire it. You can't use Bluetooth.
Oh.
It's kind of weird. It took me a little while to figure out why I couldn't connect.
Old-fashioned.
Yes. But like I say, it does have the wireless charging pad. Now, it also has a 7-speaker Harman Kardon system, so it's got plenty of tunes on it that you can crank it up. Now, up under the hood, it's got a 1.6-liter inline-4 hybrid motor. This is a hybrid. 139 horsepower, got 195 torque equivalent with a 6-speed automatic. You put this all together, and the EPA says in the city you should be looking for 53, the highway 45, combined you're looking at 49. Now, I drove this car 315 miles. I didn't have any issues with it as far as charging or keeping it going. I had to put a little gas in it, and that was about it. It is very smooth and quiet around town. I mean, this is a nice, easy driving city car. You get out on the highway, you're going to pick up a little bit of road noise that I think is probably the tires. But I also think that you could turn up that Hardin Carmen and you didn't even notice it at all.
How about that?
Now, if you get to looking at it, base model price is $28,315 for this car. Now, the base trim price that we were driving, again, top of the line, $35,340. Now, as tested, the MSRP on this baby was $37,105.
Wow.
So if you're looking for something to compare it to, it's bigger, but the Honda CR-V hybrid kind of falls into that same hybrid, smaller type car. It is $34,050, but again, it's larger, smaller. So the Toyota Corolla Cross, which is fairly new, has, but it's closer in size. It's $28,220 is what it's going to start at. And I do want to mention that the Kia does have the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, which I think is personally outstanding. So if you're looking for something in that smaller, compact SUV, CUV category, there's a lot of competition there. But this is one of them you ought to look at.
Perfect. Well, Mr. Mars?
Did you hear that their next guest roll up there?
Is that it? Is that a guest?
Yes, sir.
I heard that. You have to wonder whether or not that the rest of the world heard that.
If they didn't,
I'll
on them.
bet he can make them hear it.
If they didn't hear it, then they need to be doing something else.
That actually is a very nice-looking Camaro.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
And I typically, I'm not a big fan of that particular body style, but that looks really good.
It does look. It fits.
Yeah.
It
Well,
fits.
yeah, it does.
It doesn't fit a lot because there's stuff coming out of the hood.
Yeah, there is that.
But it fits.
Got a couple
You know what
carburetors
you know
on
what
it
I think
and
what
everything.
makes it? It's the grill that makes it.
I think it's the tubs. In
The
back.
tubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into tubs.
I mean, I don't even know how you got a center section differential in there.
You know, in my Buick's all-wheel drive, I'm going to tub out every corner.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that.
that's right.
I'm going to do that, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
It's going to happen. Okay.
Let's see here. I'm trying to.
We're getting
do
the gentleman's name and
I know.
all his details.
I'm just trying to get all of the timing just right here.
And we've got his videographers right here and everything. Look at that.
That's perfect. Well, I did have a couple of recalls I wanted to squeeze in.
Okay.
Audi, 22 to 24, the e-tron GT and the RS e-tron GT. High voltage batteries may short circuit. Stand back, buddy, because it's fixing to burn down. You know, they had a huge fire over in the Galleria area in an apartment complex.
Oh, I heard about that.
Under an awning.
Yeah.
Okay, so all these cars are parked in there, and in the middle of the night, something caught fire, and they're thinking that it was one of the cars that was in there.
Yeah, I think.
And my guess is no, it wasn't plugged in, but we've been having reports of cars park them outside and that sort of stuff because it may. Well, I have a feeling that one of those set all of those cars on fire. There must have been at least 24 cars that burnt to the ground.
I'll be darned.
Bad.
Not good.
No. So you ain't messing with any of them electric cars. High voltage batteries may short circuit also in the Porsche Taycan 2020 to 2023 and 2020 to 2024. Okay. Vehicle door may open unexpectedly.
That's not good.
Mabel, she fell out the car. She's about a mile back out
I wonder
there.
why it was so quiet in here.
Chevrolet Blazer EV and Equinox EV for 2025. That ain't good.
Nope.
Inactive airbags may fail to deploy. Silverado, 4,500, 5,500, 6,500 for 2024. Every BMW known to man. There is an integrated brake system malfunction. Let's see the year models, 23 and 24. I mean, there's too many to even go through. But if you own a late model BMW, go to safercar.gov and get on there and go, let me see if my car is on there. You type in your VIN number and it'll tell you whether it's being recalled or not. Unintended acceleration in limp mode.
Oh boy.
That's
oh
kind
boy.
of that's anti
climactic.
No, it kind of goes against everything. Unintended acceleration in the limp mode, and the Volvo VN, whatever that is.
Oh.
Difficulty steering. We did this story because of steering gearbox damage. Acuras and Hondas, 22 to 25 model years is too many to mention here, but I would say that you guys need to check it out. Again, safercar.gov. And then high voltage battery terminal or bus bar may break.
Uh-oh.
Again, hello, for the Honda CR-V hybrid for 2023. Electric, the bus bar. It doesn't say how. I knew that would get your attention.
We live down here on the Gulf Coast, so we got a lot of saltwater effects.
Yes.
Next week, one of our guests is going to be talking about saltwater effects on EV batteries.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Aren't they sealed?
Well, they're supposed to be, but salt doesn't do well with batteries.
Salt has no.
Today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Lupi Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, along with Pro-Am Auto Accessories. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call, and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout, and Will Time will be there too.
It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show again at the Back to the Past Car Show, presented by Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation. Just ahead, another guest from today's event. Jeff has the cruise-in and events calendars, and we'll have stories making automotive news this week. This program is sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin.
We do.
Our chief engineer and bottle washer, David Ainsley. That's David Ainsley.
For those that didn't know.
I'm Joe Schmo.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for being you, Joe.
It's a beautiful day.
It is.
And it's a great car show here. We've got a lot of people walking around, taking a look at all the rides out here. They're currently being judged, and they will give away the trophies. That is coming up, and I think about 1:30
Correct.
this
Something
afternoon.
like that. Yep.
Top 15 awarded, and People's Choice, the Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation Choice, the most horsepower, most original, and best interior.
That's right.
Those are some of the awards that they're going to be handing out today. And it doesn't cost you anything to come and look. We're over here in Spring Branch, and the address is 9016 Westview, the original site of Spring Branch High School, which was torn down, in the 80s, I think. Anyway.
And we're behind the building. You'll see the flags out front on Westview. Come around the back of the parking lot. That's where the party's at.
There you go. So, Mr. Mars, why don't you introduce us to our next guest?
Yeah.
If you didn't notice this gorgeous 1979
I was over there.
Camaro.
I was looking at it.
Yeah. The tunnel ram. You don't see the tunnel rams
You might
very
have to
often.
wipe it down.
No, because, the way that the hood is cut, you don't know whether that's a supercharger on there
Yeah.
or not.
Or just a blower.
But the tip-off is when it's running. You don't hear the zzz.
Yeah, you don't hear the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Sergio Askew.
That's close enough.
How do you pronounce it?
Asqui.
Askew. I was trying
Well,
to.
he's
I
from
was trying to-
Naperville. He's
I
from
missed
East
my
Side.
Canadian thing, I guess.
Yeah.
That's it. Sergio.
Yes, sir.
Nice
It's
car.
it's a very nice
you.
car.
Thank
You've done yourself proud, sir.
I've done the whole car myself.
You did it all.
Yeah, pretty much all that car's been done myself. 10 years in the making.
Wow.
Well, it's beautiful.
Do you have a shop
Thank
or
you.
just a garage?
Yeah, no, we have a shop. Roland's Paint and Body Shop, and that's what we do. We do old car restorations, and we've been in business for over.
And where is
40
that?
Years. We're on the north side of town.
Okay.
Yeah, Shepherd
What's
and
the name
Tilbury
of it?
area.
You're a North Sider.
North side.
You're
yes.
up there on the north side.
Roland's Paint and Body.
Roland.
Because we've been getting everybody from Alvin lately.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, we're a North Sider. Been there for a long time.
I love the big tunnel ram manifold on it.
I love the big tires.
And
Yeah.
what carburetors are those?
Those are 750. I'm sorry, 650s. I'm sorry, 650s. They've been built by Da Vinci carburetors, racing carburetors. The engine has been built by Freeman Racing. It's a small block 406 stroker motor, running about 800 horsepower at the wheels, and it will sit you back in the seat.
Well,
Scary.
now let's talk. Wait just a minute. Let's talk about those wheels. You just kind of
Yeah.
You just kind of blew that off. What is that? About 3 feet wide on each wheel.
They're about 21 inches wide,
Yeah.
33 inches tall. Yeah, they're the
And,
biggest.
and you
yeah.
so in other words, there's hardly any axle left in there.
Pretty much, it's only
Little stubs.
Yeah, little stubs, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, did you cut that rear axle yourself?
No, that's what started the whole thing. I bought the rear end at a swap meet. That's what started the
Gotta
whole
start
thing.
someplace.
I got to start somewhere. So I bought the rear end, cut down right with the gears in it. It's got 456 gears.
Oh my
brand
God,
new-
456
yeah,
gears.
in it. Yeah.
And what kind of transmission it's got in
It's
it?
got a 700 R4 behind it.
That's like buying a
Yeah.
bottle of Coke and figuring out what whiskey goes with it.
Yeah,
No, it's like buy a bottle of Coke and then a bag of peanuts and pour it in
Pour it
there.
in there, yeah, see what
Shoot
comes
out
up.
of
See what comes out. That's what started the whole thing. And I bought the rear end for $200 at a swap meet, already built up already. So I went down and I started. I was there for 6 months learning how to do the back half in that car. Wow. I cut the back half of the car from the back seats to the back of the car. I cut everything out, and I bought a subframe for the back. I subframed it, subframe connectors and stuff.
Because
Everything's
the
welded in.
original, you with that kind of horsepower, it would
blow tires.
Yeah.
Well, that and twist the whole thing up.
Yeah.
If it ever hooked up, you'd have just
If it were
ripped
hooked up, yeah, and that's why the reason I put the subframe connectors in there to connect the front frame to the back frame, so
Right.
that thing takes off like a rocket. I mean, it does not move.
I can
Very
only
straight.
imagine.
Yeah, it runs straight. And
I've never seen those carburetors before.
Yeah, Da Vinci. Well, those are they're made by Da Vinci. He rebuilt them carburetors for me, and he does all the racing carburetors.
Wow.
Yeah. He
Very
does.
cool.
He does the. He's. They had chokes in them and everything. He said, "We don't need that. We don't need that. You don't need that." He took all that
Sounds like
stuff
you,
out of it. Whatever, dude. Whatever you think. And he rejetted them and stuff specifically for that motor because he works with Freeman Racing over there too, and they made that motor and the car's just for that motor specifically for it. And another friend of mine did the transmission, and it holds up to 1,000 horsepower in that transmission. So it's all built up right the right way.
What's the compression ratio in that motor?
That thing is running at 12.5 to 1. Yeah, it's 40 over. It's got equal rod. Well, it's got a Carrillo rods in it. It's got an equal crank, 4340 crank under it. It's got the trick flow heads on it, 206 valves on it. That thing is nasty.
On pump gas.
Yeah. Well, right now it runs on pump gas. Right now I got 104 octane in it right now.
I was going to say because you're going to have to use some booster with that compression
exactly.
ratio.
Yeah. So, but it runs good on pump gas. 93 octane. It runs fine with it. But I put a little bit in it yesterday, just so you can smell
Just
it coming
to
to the
have
parking lot, just to
fun,
have fun in
yeah.
it. You can smell it, that racing fuel coming through it.
That thing is
yeah.
bad to the
It crackles
bone.
more too.
It's like the kid with his eyes closed. Oh, it smells like Sergio driving.
Yeah,
by.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can smell it. It'll burn your eyes a little bit. Yeah, but she's nice, and it runs good in the street.
I love the emblem on the front fender there, Pro Street.
Yeah, the Pro Street.
Instead of
Just
Camaro.
put them on yesterday.
Nice.
I just put them on yesterday.
Well,
man.
I noticed them.
Yeah, you noticed them.
Is that
Yep.
a root beer brown?
No, that is a burgundy, custom-made burgundy.
burgundy,
But
okay.
it flip-flops,
I was
and it's
gonna
got
say,
a
it looks-
red pearl on top of it.
It looks brown from this direction.
Yeah, it looks
Well,
brown. You hit the other
that
side,
right
you see
front
it. Yeah,
almost got
Have
a
you-
red
purple.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that thing on the drag strip?
Not yet. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid to hit the wall and then everything's gone. Yeah, and then I'm breaking. I got the deep pockets like that. So it's just it's a conversation to start. I like coming out to car shows and talk to the guys out here and just
might give it a little fun every now and then.
Yeah, when it's fun, I get into it a little bit. But I might take it to the track. Just see what it does. But I got a big block 468% going in that car with the supercharger on top. Yeah, that's next year's. It's in at the shop already for it, but I said I ain't doing it this year. I'm gonna try to put it in this show, and then it's going to the Autorama.
We all want to be you.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be me.
You got a young lady with you. Does she drive it?
That's my wife. She's driven that car one time, and it scared her. Yeah.
Okay.
She let go of the steering wheel. I said, no, park. Yeah. I said, no, you need to park the car. Get out. But she drives. I let her drive. It's not a big deal.
Well, I just took delivery. I get a different car every week, and so to test drive, and I just got this one on Thursday. It's the Ford F-150 Raptor R.
It's over there.
It's got 700 plus horsepower in it.
Yeah,
I tromped on it right after I got it just to see. It scared me.
Yeah, it will sit you back.
No, but I mean, I'm afraid that if I kept my foot in it, that I'd lose control of it.
Yeah,
I'm not that good.
Yeah, you're not that good.
No.
I raced one like that the other day, just a little up the line on Shepherd. I was driving my car down Shepherd, and he pulled next to me with a Raptor. He wants to race.
Well, that was probably the twin turbo V6.
Yeah.
This one here's got the V8.
Oh, the V8 in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I took off the line. I let him go for a little bit, and I stomped on it. See ya.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. He's still here and trying to catch up to me. He ain't catching up, brother.
Yeah.
And I didn't even give it full throttle.
I've never seen the car. Clearly, we haven't run into each other.
Yeah. No.
Oddly enough.
Yeah.
So we've got some more car shows coming up. We want you to come out to Tailpipes and Tacos.
It's going to be there. It's going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing her on. Like I said, it's been in hibernation for 4 years since COVID. I had the car parked at the shop, and since all that happened, no car show. So I took the engine apart, put a bigger cam. I had a 488 lift in it. I put a 501 lift in it now.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I'm gonna
That's what you do.
I opened the exhaust more. I put 3 inches exhaust under it, and I redid the seats inside. We did the dashboard and stuff on it. I did a couple of things to the car, and the car's won 5 first place trophies on it already.
Wow.
So it's been out. Yeah. So it's been pretty good.
Is Daddy proud?
Daddy's proud.
Daddy's proud.
Daddy's proud.
So what's your daily
He's not
driver?
with us, but he's
the daddy.
Yeah. My daily driver is a 2015 GMC Denali.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my daily driver. And I got 2 other cars that I'm working on. I got a 67 Impala 2-door hardtop that I'm working on, and I got a 64 Impala that I bought for my wife, and that's going to be a Pro Mod. 64 2-door hardtop that I'm working on that for her.
And you got to Pro Mod it?
Yeah, Pro Mod it.
But wait a minute.
Well, it's
I
got a Pro Mod, but it's going to be one of those street mod fixed 6.2 engine and stuff in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a resto mod.
Resto mod, exactly. More
Drivable
resto mod.
for her.
Drivable for her, AC and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
This has no AC in it. But people put AC in it. Nope, not my car. It's going to weigh me down.
Not this
Slow
car.
me down. Yeah, it's going to slow me down, but... So, so I'm building that up for her, and my 67 Impala that I'm building up and stuff right now, too. This would be just a stock original car. I got the interior already done and stuff on it, so if you can put a paint job on it and get her to drive it out.
There you go.
Next one. So she'll be following me out to the car shows next.
Beautiful.
So you got a lot of polished aluminum under the hood to go along with some chrome. Did you do that, or somebody do it?
All the aluminum it was bought.
Yeah.
I bought it pretty much.
Bolt-on stuff?
Yeah, bolt-on stuff. Yeah.
I like what makes the front unique is that grill.
Yeah,
definitely.
Bit of grill.
It's not the honeycomb Camaro style.
No, the Camaro style plastic grill.
Yeah.
And that grill they don't sell anymore, so I'm trying to keep that one in good shape. They don't sell it no more at all.
Keep them polished up.
Keep it polished up because they don't sell that grill no
luggage
more at all.
all over.
Probably find somebody to make one for you, but it would be outrageous.
Yeah, it'd be outrageous. Yeah. So that's my grill, and I keep on there, and that's staying on there. Yeah. I've had a hard time finding that grill, and I found it, and they don't make them anymore. Another guy wanted that grill, and I said, man, they don't make them no more. They make a little cheap one.
So that's what you do for a living? You're a technician? You work on cars?
I work on cars. That's what I do. That's my living. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I live. Yeah.
Your own shop, or where at?
My brother owns his own shop, and I work at the shop with him.
Let's give your brother a shout out. I mean, where is
Golden's Paint and Body Shop. He's out in Arizona right now playing ball. That's what he does. 67 years old, and he's out there playing hardball.
Wow.
But that's what he does, and that's what keeps him young. Yeah.
There you go.
So he's out there
More
playing
power
ball.
to him.
Yeah.
And the guy here is Still Horse Cookers. That's a buddy of ours, and we paint that trailer, as a matter of fact. And there's a sign on the side of the trailer there too.
Be darned.
With our
I'm looking for somebody to put a harmonic balancer on my 01 Corvette LS1.
Okay. LS1, we can do it.
You can do it.
I can do it. We can do it.
Because you got to pull the steering rack.
Yeah.
You have to pull the steering rack, and there's a trick to getting it back on there.
That's the whole thing.
And the problem is that it's a 2-piece harmonic balancer, and the car is 23 23 years old now.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that it's going to come apart.
Yeah.
And when they start walking off of it'll tear up the motor.
Yeah, it'll tear everything up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's my next goal that I have to do.
There's the 60 Impala out here too that we did that car.
The black one?
The black one. We did that.
Yeah,
with
I
our
couldn't
shop.
find the driver.
Yeah, Joe Reyes. He's around here somewhere.
Joe Reyes?
Yeah, Joe Reyes. Yeah,
Joe Reyes, if you're with him,
Joe Reyes.
Can you see us,
Calling
Joe?
Joe Reyes.
Calling Joe Reyes.
You have a lost child at the wheel time booth.
That's it.
Yeah,
well, dude, I just stuck my head underneath that, and let me tell you something. That's some really nice work you've done back there. That rear end, ooh, buddy.
Yeah, a lot of work in that car.
Yeah,
and
you can
all
tell.
the floorboard in that car was all handmade. I did
and
all
dude,
that by hand.
all the tolerances are so tight back there.
Yes, it's tight, but it doesn't move. It goes
Well,
straight. It does that back end.
No,
it's
it
all
can't
four-link
move.
suspension behind it.
A
It
to
does not
B.
move. Yeah, it's A to B. Yeah, it does not move. That thing is just, just right
Well, I
there.
know you got to be proud, dude, because that is one sweet car.
Yeah. A long time. I owned that car for about 30 years. I've owned that car.
Really?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We
I've
want
owned
to
that
see
car for
you
a long
joining
time.
us at other events as well.
It's a
will.
two-seat Camaro, by the way.
Two-seat, yes, it's a two-seater.
And I want to know where you got those seats. What are those seats from?
Those are pro car seats.
Pro car.
Pro cars. Yeah.
What do you got in yours? Your vet?
Corbos.
Corbos.
Oh, the Carbos.
Yeah.
Yeah, high backs. I used to have the Carbo style on that one, and I didn't like it because I couldn't see back.
Well, and his it fits. I mean, his works because
Yeah,
it's
his
a
works.
Corvette.
Yeah. You really can't see back anyway.
Right.
Regardless. Yeah.
true.
So who needs the back end?
You don't need to look behind
But
you.
yeah, you didn't look behind you. But I needed to see behind me when parking and stuff, and I couldn't see. I used to have a rear view camera behind it and stuff, and I took that out. But I put the lower seats. It's more comfortable. In there.
Gotcha.
I like them. Yeah, and it's got a the seatbelt in there is a harness. On it. Yeah,
Four-point,
yeah,
yeah.
4-point harness in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it does good. Man.
It's a beautiful car,
Thank you.
inside
Thank
and
you.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's getting a lot of
Thank you.
attention right here.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of attention.
I think they were asking for autographs. They were looking for your driver there.
Even down the streets and the road and stuff, people videotaping. Hey.
What's your wife's name?
Maria.
Maria, nice
Yes,
to
Maria.
meet you.
Yeah.
That's my wife.
Well, sorry
Good
you had
stuff.
to have us in
Yeah.
this interview, but, comes with the territory.
It comes to the territory.
Sergio, it's a pleasure.
Man, I thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
for
much.
having me here.
We appreciate you. And,
Congratulations.
we'll
Beautiful
be looking
automobile.
for you at Tailpipes and Tacos.
Yeah,
We will be there. We will be there.
Bring the car out.
I will be there. I will
Because
be
you'll be
there.
the hit. Promise you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to remind everybody that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. Grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. Going to be 3 hours today because we give them a little bonus. In-Wheel Time Car Talk continues right after this quick break.
Tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupi taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Our fall car shows and cruise-ins remotes continue on In-Wheel Time, our next event. Hemi Hideout Open House.
Yeah, buddy.
That's November the 9th. Holiday kickoff, Tailpipes and Tacos, November 16th, followed by the Get Ready for the Road Trip Cruise-In at Gulf Coast Auto Shield on December the 7th. We hope you'll stop by the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello. All right, time now to check in on the cruise-ins and events. I didn't mean to blow your...
You're fine. You're perfectly okay, because I was going to say the same thing. Not that well, but I would have said the same thing.
Oh, stop.
But today's Saturday, or next Saturday, I should say, you got the 5-0 car show in Rosenberg. It helps support the Rosenberg Police Explorers. Presented by
5-0.
5-0, yeah. It's October 26th. Starts at 10 a.m. in Rosenberg, and this event is an opportunity for the local Rosenberg Police Explorers to help them out, to give them more information. They've got local rides there, people bringing in their cars. You can contact Tim Krause at T Krause at Rosenberg, rosenbergtx.gov. It's at 3825 Highway 36 in Rosenberg. It starts at 10 a.m. You got a lot of trunk or treats coming on because it is Halloween. You got a trunk or treat. You got Boo Bashes coming up, which is very cool. A Boo Bash trunk or treat. Put on your costume down, head over to the Civic Center Plaza in Lake Jackson, which is a good little drive, too. Boo Bash trunk or treat. Down by Angleton. This event features carnival games, rides for the kids, treats, a good adult kid costume contest.
Hey, let's go down there and do some carnival treats.
We could, yeah. I've tasted your carnival treats. Anyways, it's at 33.
Those gummies did it for you, didn't they?
333 Highway.
Gummy treats.
333 Highway 332 East in Lake Jackson. So be there. It starts at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And a lot of stuff going on for Halloween. Be careful out there if you're driving, obviously. But we got Boo Bashes and trunk or treats galore.
Okay.
A couple of costume guys right here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Let us entertain you.
You got headlines, don't you?
Well, I got that. And then the cruise-in. Oh, you just did cruise-in events. Duh.
We're good.
Yeah, I've got headlines.
So our next guest
let's see if I
on
can,
his way.
Perfect.
Let's see if I can make myself mad all over again. I've been doing that a lot with these.
You talking about Stellantis again?
Hey, let me see if I can give you a hand.
Okay. Well, oddly enough, it's the story. Stellantis is hauling employees back to the office.
Told you.
Walking back a work-from-home policy after a profit warning prompted a shakeup at the car maker's top management. We've been talking about that. The maker of Jeeps and Fiats now wants staff in the office 3 days a week on average, a major change from its previous 70% remote work policy. In the U.S., CEO Carlos Tavares.
Oh, boy,
We're just going to start calling him Carl. Oh, Carl, you've done it again, you idiot.
Oh, come on.
Has been in talks with Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, your fan, about keeping its North American headquarters open in the Detroit suburb of Auburn Hills.
David?
Carl has struck a defiant tone since pledging fixes in the key U.S. market and jettisoning executives, including his CFO.
But he has jettisoned his salary.
And he hasn't jettisoned himself.
No.
Because that's going to be done for him eventually.
I think they said he's going out in 26. He's going out if they let him stay that long.
My guess is that he'll be gone before then. Mike, I wasn't doing this car show back during all of the GM and Chrysler problems back in the day, and even Ford had some problems as well. But I have never seen a car company go down the toilet as fast as this one. Oh, we're going to build nothing but electric cars. But we're not going to continue building our bread and butter that we've made for years that's still selling by the thousands and thousands and thousands, the Challenger, the Charger, the cars that were really popular with everybody. We're not going to build those anymore. We're going to start now.
It just shows you that the decisions you make reflect not only on you, but either the company or everyone involved.
Well, at that level, when you make those kind of decisions, those kind of millions and billion-dollar decisions, you got to have a little bit of common sense.
Yep.
You can't just sit there and say, well, we're going to throw out everything and we're going to start from scratch.
To satisfy an entity, the government.
Well, and that's really where it's coming from.
Yep.
That and the bean counters.
Yep.
Well, the government's saying you got to do this, and so he jumped in it head over heels. And anyway, we're not going to talk about politics.
Well, I'm not
Much.
talking about politics. I'm talking about an idiot that's running a major car manufacturer that's costing people, thousands and thousands of people, their jobs.
Absolutely, and it doesn't make sense on any level, particularly if you're supposed to be that smart. You're worth $30 million a year. Never mind.
Okay.
Dak Prescott comes to mind.
Yeah. I got to.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't they pay him $30 million a year?
Well, it was more than that.
What I think they got a
300 million.
500 record right now.
Yeah, $bazillion.
They got their butts beat by like triple digits almost last
Yes, they
week.
did.
That was pretty awesome.
And then the television cameras showed Jerry with his minions walking behind him, and he had kind of a glum look on his face as he was getting ready to go into the locker room. I can only imagine what transpired in there.
Well, I did hear the story, and I don't know how true the story is, but there was a family, they were separating, a couple were separating, and they had a small child, and the judge wanted to know from the child what parent he wanted to live with, and the judge asked the little person, and they said, you want to live with your mom? And no, my mom beats me. Oh, that's terrible. You want to live with your dad? No, my dad beats me. Who do you want to live with? I want to live with the Cowboys because they can't beat anybody. Boom-cha.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
There you go.
We all needed that, didn't we? You needed that too, didn't you, David? Yeah, you did. You got it anyway, whether you needed it or not.
And
I like it.
It was. I don't know if it's a true story or not.
Well, we're just make believe that it is.
It's true until somebody proves it different.
That's right. Well, we have a brief moment here. I did want to remind everybody that we are at the Back to the Past car show. It is presented by the Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation, and they support the museum that is here on the property. All the important buildings and people and all that's behind us here.
Right.
And we're on Westview, 9016 Westview. So if you come down here, the show lasts until 2, and we will be here until Juan. We're doing what? Why do you have something underneath the front seat of the car or what? she's got. I just got to say, no drinking on school property.
No, okay, can't do that.
Yeah,
you
but
get suspended for that.
Anyway, so this show runs until 2:00. Judging awards will be presented at 1:30. So you got time to come down. If you ain't doing nothing, come on down.
And why is it every time we show up to one of these places, people offer us liquor? Why is that?
Because they see you and think, oh, dear God, let's have a drink.
Probably.
Drive me to drink.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Driving to drink.
Drive me to drink, I guess, is the only thing.
In your hot rod Lincoln.
Yeah. There you go.
There's a line in the song.
I think there's one over there.
Never mind.
Lincoln.
Oh,
Sorry.
nice.
There's a very nice Chevy 2 parked over here.
Yeah,
I guess
we're going to get to that right after the top of the hour.
Okay.
You got to get to that.
All right.
Yep.
I believe that's the same model as Stan's, except Stan's is a coupe.
Yeah.
And this is a convertible.
And who's the one that, I can't think of his name, the fireman.
Fireman Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the 67.
Yeah.
He's over there.
He's here. All these Nova and Chevy 2 people know each other.
I know. And they're great people.
Well,
I used to have a Nova.
If you're talking about Jackie Hansen, I'm not sure about
Jackie
that. But
Well, he has a Nova. We can say that.
Well, if he's got a Nova, he's a great guy.
Nova and Chevy 2s,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I
Fuzzy dice.
really like that body style.
I do, too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to talk to him here in just a minute at the top of the hour. But anyway, this show doesn't cost anything to come look. And people love talking about their cars, and you can ask questions and all of that good stuff. There's an Edsel here. You don't see too many of those anymore. Kind of like the Corvair.
Well, I saw one roll through earlier.
Didn't quite cut it.
It kind of rattled when it went through. I don't
The
know.
Corvair?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You were doing something on your show part there.
Yeah. So, at any rate, awards here at this show, top 15 awarded and People's Choice. Spring Branch Senior High School Foundation Choice Award, Most Horsepower Award, Most Original Award, and Best Interior Award. So those are some of the trophies that they're going to hand out. That'll be at 1:30. So if you're listening and you're basically are anywhere on the west side of town, stop by.
Yeah, come look.
Yeah, it's a beautiful neighborhood over here.
Not a cloud in the sky. Will you believe that? Look at that.
Temperature is ideal.
I know.
And
what's your temp, Mike? You got your temp?
You can actually see us today, as opposed to last week's show that we did down at Stevenson Park. You couldn't see us. Because
it was a good show, but we had issues with lighting.
Lighting issues.
No,
yeah.
we had no lighting issues.
It's 77 degrees, because we didn't have any lighting.
Nice breeze, 77 degrees.
So I said, we're going to sit out in the sunshine today, and we are.
It's a really nice day to be sitting out in the sunshine.
It really is. Get a little redneck tan on your neck.
There you go. And other places.
Well,
there are policemen here, Jeff.
You just
so be
need
careful.
I almost was going to wear a hat today.
You just need to stay dressed.
That end.
That end.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We've got more of the show coming up right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout, and Will Time will be there too.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, this is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show today, coming to you from the Back to the Past Car Show presented by Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation. Coming up, we got more car people among us, and we're talking to them. Mr. Mars reviews the new Chevy Trax. That and more just ahead in this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. It's a bonus hour.
Bonus.
Today's show is sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We need more Jeff Seekin.
Yep.
Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us today. All right, Mr. Mars, tell us who our guest is, please.
Joining us now is Mr. Mike Kelly. And
Mike
he's
Kelly
got this really nice, really sharp 1963 drop-top Chevy 2?
Yeah, Nova SS.
Nova SS.
Get it
it's
right,
a
Mike.
Nova.
It was kind
Get
of
it
a fine
right,
line
Mike.
between the. Well, you know, it could be a Nova, it could be a Chevy too. It depends.
So, Mike, how long have you had that car? Looks like it just rolled out of the showroom floor. No, it looks better than the showroom
Yeah, I was
floor.
going to say.
Looks like it needs to roll into my garage.
I bought it 10 years ago and finally got it on the road 2 years ago.
10 years ago. Did it look like that 10 years ago?
It was blue.
It was blue.
Yeah, it had a 6-cylinder and all. It was.
Was it 3-speed on the column?
Nope, just
Had
an
a
automatic.
2-speed automatic.
Air cooled. Yep.
So in that time frame, it just sat, or did you like just diddle with it? Or
I was tearing it apart, stripping it, doing everything, getting
Little
the
by
parts
little.
for it. And yeah. So it's.
How do you keep your interest up in that? You know, after a while you go, I really don't want to. I don't feel like getting out there and futzing with it today.
Actually, I was building it for my wife. She wanted a red convertible, and so it's hers. She couldn't be here today.
Oh.
So it's hers. I have a 65 SS. It's yellow.
Oh, man.
And so that was my high school car
So why didn't you bring it as opposed to this one?
because this hadn't been here before.
The other one has.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
a couple times.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful car.
Thank you.
And so let's start with the engine.
It's 69 327. It's 40 over, and 67 camel hump heads, crane energizer cam, and
so you kind of wanted it to kind of look the part.
Yes, and it was I wanted it to be a cruiser because it's got fuel injection. The transmission's 204R out of a Buick Grand National.
Wow.
And stuff, so that we could drive it on the road 80 miles an hour and not be taxed anything.
Yeah.
So it does that very well.
And what size rear end you got in it?
It's just the 8.2 out of a 64 Nova, but it's a Posi 336.
Okay. So it's got road manners.
Yes.
It's not got some 411 or 556 gearing in the back end of it.
No.
Where you're doing 60 miles an hour and it's revving up at 6,000 RPM.
Yeah.
But you can still spin them at the red light if you want to.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Have you had the thing on a dyno? What kind of horsepower is it turning out?
No, I've never done anything like that with it.
No?
No, it's probably around 300.
Oh, so it's mild?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's a driver.
Yeah, back in the day, if you would, if you got 300, if you got 1 horse per cubic inch, you was doing something, before all the technology kicked in. So 300 horse 327
with a fuel injection.
Well, it's probably better than 300 then.
Somebody was telling me I've heard it on the radio or something. They were talking about carburetors, and I didn't realize that they haven't put carburetors on cars in a long time.
I know what you're talking about. I saw the same thing.
And a long time. And, I think somebody was making fun of somebody else, and they said, oh, he's a carburetor guy.
Yeah.
Man, nobody does it anymore.
Yeah. I eat carburetors
they don't
for
even
breakfast.
know what it
That's
is.
what he said.
And the fact that, some of these fuel injection systems today, if you take the air cleaner off, then that's the only way you could tell that it wasn't a carburetor under there.
Yeah.
What kind of a fuel injection system you have?
It's Edelbrock ProFlow 4.
Okay.
It's got the 8 injectors right into the runners.
So you have that in both the yellow one and this one?
No, I just have carburetor in the yellow one.
Okay.
Carburetor.
Yeah, an old AFB, man. That's what it came with.
A Carter AFB.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what it came
how I
with.
hated to work on one of them.
We all did.
always had parts left over.
That's right.
Seals and gaskets.
Anybody that had a
everything.
Carter, they always changed it out for a Holly as soon as they could.
I had Hollies on this until this last year, or on mine.
And then you went back to the Carter.
Back to the Carter.
Why?
For the nostalgic look.
The look. There you go.
But aren't the new Carters considerably different than what the old Carters are?
They don't make them that I know
Well, I
of.
thought you could still get them.
No, they look just like Edelbrocks. Or Edelbrock.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
And a lot of them are being made overseas. What do you call those?
Everything is made overseas.
They're fakes. So no, I've got an old one from the early 70s.
Nice.
So
Where in the world did you find that? At a swap meet somewhere?
eBay.
eBay.
It's amazing what
Well,
you
it's
can
just
find on there.
The modern swap meet.
Yeah.
eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked.
All right. And so this clearly is not an original paint job.
Right. It was. I believe it's white when it was original.
It's not bad
White.
on that. Yeah, that would
A
look
white
good.
6-cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Company car except as a convertible.
That's me. That's my style. Yeah, just plain Jane.
Yeah.
my wife wanted a red convertible, and I said I won't buy a new one. And I said if we can find one of these, because I had a lot of parts left over from doing my 65.
Oh, so Mike helped you.
Yeah.
And so she picked all the colors on it. That's what she wanted. And
She decorated it for you.
Yes.
Well, that's what ladies do.
Does she drive it?
Oh yeah.
Well, hers is the yellow one, right?
No, mine's the yellow one. This is hers.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Okay.
How about that interior, that white interior? That's
That'll
not hard
do
to
it,
keep
yeah.
clean.
Well, she had to clean it before I brought it down here. I can say that much. That was hers.
She did that to get you out of the house. Kathy does that with me.
I know. I went in the house yesterday and said, "Honey, you need to clean the seats."
Oh.
So it's one of those deals.
Gotcha.
What do you do for a living?
I'm retired.
Okay.
Good.
What
for
did you do for a living?
Actually, I work for the Department of Agriculture with Food Safety Inspection Service for 38 years.
Wow.
There's a lot of crap going in food these days, and they're saying you need to throw that out. Factories are closing because of
That's probably the FDA.
whatever. It's bad news.
Well, he's retired, so it went downhill after he retired.
That's what it is. That's right. Well, that's good. You say that you drive it.
Yeah.
What, car shows and
Yeah, in fact, this next week we were going to take it over to Hill Country because that's what we built it for, was the cruise with the top down because it's nice weather.
Beautiful.
And then plans changed, and we're not taking it now. But
well, you've got the Tailpipes and Tacos coming up.
Yeah, we've got Tailpipes. You ever been to Tailpipes and Tacos?
No.
You need to go out there.
Yeah.
Out in Katy at the Lupi Tortilla out there. Stan's a good friend of mine, and he invited us to do the show out there. So every time he has a Tailpipes and Tacos event, bring a toy, and you get a free taco.
Is that next weekend?
No, it's a couple of weeks.
16th?
11/16 right here.
16.
There you go, right there. 11/16.
Okay.
November, yeah.
Have to check that out.
Yeah, dude.
Please do.
Yeah,
Bring them
it's
both.
a real nice
Wife,
show.
Have you ever been out to the Hemi
Hide?
Hideout?
No, in fact, when you were talking about it, I've got a good friend that's over here, and they're Mopar guys, and I've never been there. I need to schedule to go.
Let me just say this. I mean, John was into the Hemis, and he's got a beautiful collection, muscle car era stuff, and but the Hemi Hideout is so much more than just the cars. The neon collection. It started off as really petroleana, as you want to call it, for signage, and then it's kind of evolved into this thing, this passion, with his neon passion that he has. So he's got Ready Kilowatt in there, all neoned up, and you would really enjoy it.
I'm sure I would.
It's an open house.
Yeah.
And so a lot of car guys go for the open house. It's a couple of hours.
11/9.
Yeah. And so I would encourage you to take the car out there. You'd enjoy it. Yeah.
Very nice.
Probably run into people
Yeah,
that you know
and
out
even
there.
if you didn't drive yours out there, it's such a fantastic place to go visit.
And then you can find out about other events that he has, too, coming
Right.
up. Same thing with Tailpipes and Tacos. And they've got great food. Great Mexican
Yeah,
food.
that doesn't make you sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live way out in the middle of nowhere.
Where do you live?
Elvin?
Montgomery.
Oh.
Montgomery, Texas.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Well, 99 is your friend.
Yeah, until you hit the tolls.
Oh, well. There's that.
It is that.
Going to Katy is like $20.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, 15, 16, something like that.
Open your wallet. Open your heart. Come on down. Suck it up.
Get
There
a
you go.
toll tag and put it on your credit card. You never even see it.
No, just cover your license plate.
That's it.
That's how Jeff does
That's it. Cover the
There you go.
license
Yeah,
plate.
just pew.
Yeah.
Go real
that.
fast.
Actually, I've heard somebody say that because I've got the Euro manufacturer plates on there, that there may be newer cars with that plate, with that number.
Oh.
I've heard people have gone through have gotten toll bills from one of these old cars going through.
I'll be darned.
Really?
Funny. Because you have to get those plates through the state just like all the other ones.
No, I found that on eBay.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. It's period correct.
Well, it's period correct. You can buy period correct legal plates that you don't.
Who wants to do that?
Not for the state of Texas. You're not going to buy that.
Yes, you can. You can do that. You can do that.
No, it's going to say antique or some other.
No, it's not.
We have license plates in the studio, the Looking Glass studio that we broadcast from. So
Yeah. Well, whatever.
John knows
whatever
the
the
plates.
case may be.
I collect them on my cars. I still have them from way back in the early 70s. I have the plates for my Nova because I had it in the 70s, the yellow one, and I still
You
have
ever
the
watched
plate.
this show?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
never heard of it.
It's on, I see it's on.
Have you ever heard of the show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
But
Good
you never
answer.
watched it.
I've heard it.
Okay. Well, next weekend we'll be back in the Sugar Shack Studios. Okay.
Okay.
And we've got a license plate collection in there. Dates back to the 60s. So
It's our backdrop.
it's our backdrop, part of our backdrop. So
Cool.
check that out. Maybe there's a plate in there that you want to put on your car.
We should give tours
Steal
of the
out.
studio.
We have people, who is this KLYX person? Wait, I'm getting a bill. I don't understand. I like it. Just confuse everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, what else can we talk about here? Who built that motor for you?
G&G Machine in Tomball.
Tomball, Texas.
Yeah.
They're not part of the Tomball
You're near
bunch, are they?
Tomball. You did.
What'd you say, David? Tomball High School? You did? I didn't know that.
Not far from Friendswood.
Hey, tell the engineer to get him a headset.
Get a headset in
Yeah.
here.
So we can hear him.
Where's your headset? Can
He's
you
holding an umbrella.
He's holding the umbrella. Here, let me hold the umbrella for you, Princess.
The Aggie
I
umbrella.
got it. We're going to hold the umbrella for you. Put your headset on and join in the conversation. Normally, he doesn't have a problem joining in the conversation. We try to keep him quiet, but he just won't. So
Yeah.
might as well just join.
Might as well.
So what's
I
this?
did not know Tomball High School.
I did. 19. Yeah.
Well, it was 19, so we know it was 19. At least 25 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was.
going.
I'm going to say 76. 77.
What is it? The Tomball Bearcats?
That Price is Right, higher or lower?
It was before Tomball. They changed the whole high school. They tore it down. And
kind of like
rebuilt it. Yeah, just
It's
like
back
here.
when it was just Tom.
It was Tom, yeah. Then they grew some
balls. Tomball High School.
I met a Tomball up in Michigan.
Did you?
He's like, have you ever heard of Tomball? And I was like, yeah. He's like, that's my name.
Seriously? That was the man's name?
Yeah, and I said, I graduated from there.
Thank you for the diploma, sir.
Yeah.
That's
And
what you should've said.
he owned a fishing place, and he gave us
up in
free
Michigan.
stuff.
Yeah.
How funny.
Fishing
Small
poles,
world.
you know. all good
Interesting.
stuff.
You know, this show, we kind of wander.
We digress a lot.
And we talk about all sorts of stupid stuff.
But we did racing back then, too.
12:30, we're going to be talking about food. There you go.
So you can come back and join us, talk to us.
Souffles
about
and things of that nature.
About food.
food, yeah.
I'm going to go get something to eat.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
You triggered
There
you.
is what are they serving over there? Barbecues or something?
I
heard
think it's a
somebody
barbecue.
mention a hot dog.
Oh, boy, Don's in.
Ooh, I love hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a stick.
Well, Mike Kelly, this has been fun.
It is.
Yeah, thank you.
It's
Thanks
been
for
an
coming
experience
by.
for you, I'm sure, thinking, what the
Before
hell
you
did
get
I just
going,
do?
Let me ask
what was
you,
it?
that front bumper, that little kind of step up on that front
cutout?
bumper, is that factory?
Yeah, that's an option. That's the grill guard.
Oh.
Because I'm sitting
So
here
your
looking at
bumper
it going,
doesn't-
I've never seen that.
So somebody's rear bumper doesn't ride up over the top of the front bumper.
Into the grill.
I guess.
That's what it was for.
Makes
you know?
sense.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of the stuff on here was I'd ask my wife, do you want this on there? Let me see it. Yep. Let me see it. Yep. You know,
Yeah,
it's
make
like-
sure it color matches. Make sure.
Well, you know, it's funny because I worked at a Chevrolet dealership, and we did a lot of Novas. I never saw that on any 68, 69, 70 Nova. So this had to have been an early thing in the Chevy 2 era.
that's a 62, 65 only. Mm-hmm. After that, I think they went with those straight up and down things.
Yep.
Like there's
yeah,
straight
yeah,
up
the
and down
little-
ones on the back.
Like a push guard, yeah.
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 There really is a nice-looking grill. I never really paid. I washed many of them, but I never paid that close of attention to the detail in them.
If you look at it real close, it looks like a 62 Chevy full-size grill, only it's smaller.
It does, actually, yes.
Yep.
My dad had a 62 Biscayne, and
Similar.
it was very similar.
I had a 62 Impala SS convertible when I lived in Southern California.
Now you're bragging.
It's my daily driver out there.
Was it really?
Oh, God, it was nice.
Did it pass inspection?
Well, there's no inspection. Smog?
Smog.
It was too old for smog when I had it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still too old for smog? If you had the car today.
Yeah, you don't have to. They don't have to pass smog.
Wow.
Anything over 25 years old, as much as I know, doesn't have to.
I'll be.
Yeah, that's part of why you can get the JDMs in the country now.
Yeah. Well, that's 25 year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Japanese domestic,
Oh,
whatever.
Okay.
That's one right. Well, you just left.
No.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Very good. All right. Well, at any rate, Mike, it's great to talk to you with your 63 Nova SS. Actually, your wife's Nova SS.
To let you come out to play today. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do.
You want to see both of them at Tailpipe and Tacos.
Yeah.
All right. We'll check that out.
Do it. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
get to
you.
In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 3-hour weekly show today. Normally it's 2. On Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
Free tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Loopy Taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Fall 24 car shows and cruise-ins. The tour of our show continues on In Wheel Time here. Up next, the Hemi Hideout Open House. That's November 9th. The holiday kickoff at Tailpipes and Tacos, November 16th. And the holiday road trip get ready at Gulf Coast Auto Shield. I don't know what he's calling it. That's what I just made that up. Okay. He might call it something else. Man, that's a pretty car.
It is.
Golly.
It's such a driver. I mean, it just.
I know. It's really nice. Anyway, so we hope you'll
he's got
stop.
a tail light out. Oh no.
What?
Should be an 1157 bulb.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Okay.
John.
Yeah.
I've got one in my pocket. I'll give
I
it
used
to
to
him.
carry them.
Did you really?
Did. I absolutely did.
1157. Okay. All right. Time now for a car review.
That's okay. Just walk on through.
Around the camera.
There you go. Thank you.
A better selection.
Yeah.
Thank you. We have a bonus car review today.
Yeah.
Mr. Mars.
How about that car show at Spring Branch High School?
Woo!
Quick shout out.
Mr. Mars has the Chevy Trax.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking the other day, I first ran across the Chevy Trax back 25, 30 years ago. It's nothing like this one. This is the 2025 Chevrolet Trax. It comes in 5 different trim levels, LS, 1RS, LT, an active model, and a 2RS. And we had the Trax 2RS, so we were setting up here in the top of the line of the one that was reintroduced in 2023. Now, this, again, is a small SUV. Typically, you might even call it a subcompact, but the world is changing, so it's a small SUV. You're going to find out front, you've got LED headlights, including the daytime running lights, got power heated side mirrors with black caps on it, black side moldings, black roof rails. So it's got this body color door handles on it, so everything kind of blends in with this black trim on it, including the rear spoiler. Does have a sunroof package, and it's rolling on some 19-inch black machined wheels, so it's got all this black trim on it that really makes the color stand out regardless of which color you'd happen to be driving it.
What if it's black?
If it's black, it even better. It's kind of like that black GT500
like murdered
Mustang
out,
right there.
yeah.
Yeah. So inside we had some Evotech seating material,
Ooh.
heated front seats, 60-40 split folding rear seats on it. It has an 11-inch display with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the rear display camera all sitting right up here in the middle of the dash. Real easy to reach. Had an 8-inch driver information center that had all the information. You could change the screens around, and all of it's easy to see, it's easy to reach, and it's easy to use the buttons and stuff that are on it. Now, it has also got a rear cargo area cover, and I like those things because you can put stuff in the back cargo, pull that over, and you got out of sight, out of mind. People can't see it. They don't want to steal it because they don't even know it's there.
There you go.
Now, under the hood, we had a 1.2-liter turbo 3-cylinder. This is back to that 3-cylinder. It's kind of different, but you can't really tell it when you're driving it. It's got a 6-speed automatic. EPA says you should be looking for 28 miles to the gallon in the city, 32 out on the highway, and a combined of 30. Now, I drove this vehicle 214.5 miles, and I got 21.7. miles to the gallon out of
Okay.
it combined.
All right.
We spend a lot of time in town and
City driving.
and I will say that it handles very crisply inside the city.
Little spunk on it, huh?
Yeah, got a little spunk, and particularly in the parking lots. And it's very easy maneuvering around town. It's a very easy to drive car. And you get out on the highway, it's got very nice highway manners. It's comparable with most of the subcompacts that are that size. It'll get out on the highway, and it's not real noisy, and it's not real rough. It's not real bad riding or anything. It's a nice driving car. Now, the base model price on this is what I really like. The $21,495 is the base trim model.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get into the game.
Yep.
Now, the base trim for the 2RS that we were driving starts at $24,300. And then if you look at the MSRP, because we had a couple of options like the tires and wheels and the sunroof, $27,085 is MSRP the way this thing's set. And I thought that was a heck of a bargain.
Yeah.
If you're looking for something to compare it to,
Entry level.
you might look at a 25 Mazda CX-30, starts at $24,995. The 24 Volkswagen Taos starts at $23,995, and the 2025 Buick Envista is at $23,700.
Wow.
So it's a little cheaper than some of them, and it's got a couple of things that you might be looking for, but you can always option it up. And I think as far as the Trax 2RS, I think if you're looking for something in that size vehicle, particularly if you're mainly going to be around town, or kids, college kids, I think this is one you ought to look at. It's really surprising on the value I think you're going to find that you're going to get out of this car.
Nice.
And that's my review of the 2025 Chevrolet Trax.
Beautiful.
You don't even
like
know,
it.
you don't even want to know what David and I were just talking about.
Probably
Trax.
not until after 1 o'clock when we go off the air.
Yeah, probably so. And it's one of those conversations. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's about nail fungus.
No.
Jeff, how you been doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. You're talking about the 3-cylinder. My granddaughter was looking at those cars back at the auto show. We went to Automotive show.
Yeah.
She said I got pictures. She wanted one of those. Obviously, she didn't get one.
Right.
But she's in the Escape, the Ford.
Yeah.
Pre-owned.
Right.
But yeah, she was looking at them. She likes them. She likes that green color.
Yeah.
The mist or whatever they call it.
Yeah. I was
Which is sort of the same color as
surprised.
nail fungus, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of a light course of it.
Yeah.
Got kind of a yellow tinge to it.
Okay, we got a commercial break coming up.
Well, it's not right.
Not
it's
quick enough.
It's not quite time for that yet. I was just trying to fill.
It's time.
You guys wanted to
It's
know.
time. No, we didn't.
Yeah, you
just
did.
blurted it out.
No, you did.
No,
You
no,
wanted to
no.
know.
We wanted to know after 1 o'clock.
After 1 o'clock.
We go get a hot dog or
It's
something
1 o'clock,
where
so
we got
you know what?
something on our stomach.
East Coast time is 1 o'clock. That's what he's thinking.
He's got chopped barbecue beef sandwiches over there, and what I'm going to get is going to get me a chili cheese dog plate.
Plate?
Yeah, it comes with chips, I think.
Oh boy. Well, last week we saw the mashed potatoes with the chipped beef and the onions and the cheese on that. That was that delicious dish.
It looked like it could be really good, but I just don't know about that combination.
Kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy.
That's the reason he had it in a double cup, because it was so heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you that when we come to these car shows,
we're offered booze.
Yeah, we got offered booze today. And I'm thinking, well, is that under the front seat of the car? You just pour it in a cup, kind of hide from the – because I would imagine that liquor and stuff is not allowed on school property.
No.
I would think not.
Yeah.
Not even during school hours.
Yeah, well, there's that as well. But unless they're having some sort of indoor event, that ain't going to work.
Yep.
I think that there is some sort of a police presence here today.
There is.
Isn't there?
There is.
What we do. We're going to be talking
we'll
to
get
you.
you in a minute.
Yeah, just hang tight.
Yep.
So that's all I know, David. The third hour just kind of goes right down the tubes quickly.
Wait till the fourth hour comes.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because I'm going to go home and I'm going to try to watch the Alabama football game this afternoon.
All right. Are they playing? Are they in good shape this year?
Well, I think they've had one loss, but whatever. I think they all have.
Okay.
Texas is number one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wouldn't say that Because you went to Texas A&M.
That's right.
Do you brag about the fact that are you one of those from Texas A&M that goes crazy? Oh, my Texas A&M. No, he's not. He just went there and got his little diploma.
It is interesting to go sit in the game, though.
I can only imagine.
He got a sheepskin from A&M.
Yeah.
Well, the whole stadium
reverberates.
Yeah, it's shaking.
Yeah,
because they're jumping up and down,
yes,
and chanting, and
Well, I had
the
the fortune of going to an Alabama football game in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
When Katie was right before she graduated, and I will tell you, I have never had in my life the experience of sitting with 110,000 other people in the same place, and of course they were playing Texas A&M, and they whipped their tail ends right out of the state of Alabama. Bad.
Nice.
Yeah. Well.
And had the support of 110,000
110,000
screaming.
People. Yeah. And the party started well before it's sunup.
Nice.
And it went way late into the night that Saturday.
So they were trashed.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about last night?
Not last night. But we digress. Let's see here. Okay, we can do that.
And this gentleman's coming on at 12:30. So we got him all lined up.
It's that time. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us those ugly emails. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. And be sure and follow us on Facebook. We'll be back right after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout. In real time, will be there too.
You are on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show today, coming to you from the Back to the Past Car Show. Coming up, we got a couple of guests we're going to talk to. Today's show is presented by Spring Branch High School Museum Foundation. Sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zeka.
We do.
And with always a fine appearance by the ever dapper and
Dapper today.
Dapper.
Yeah, your dappers are showing.
Your dappers are showing.
You put some ointment
it's
on that.
David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood.
A couple puffy clouds are coming in. So
okay.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. A couple. Fair weather clouds. It is spectacular. This is car show weather right here.
Absolutely.
No rain in the forecast. Clear skies. Perfect temperatures. What is it, 80 maybe?
75?
80? Mr. Mars is
Mike's
the temperature.
I'm checking. I'm the weatherman
Checking
today.
sacroiliac.
Whatever the case may be.
79. Very
79,
close. Very
yeah.
good.
79.
Thank you.
When it gets to 80, we're going to sell.
Okay, you're going to sell at 80. Who do we have in the guest spot?
You know,
there?
we've been sitting here all morning looking at this blue glow whatever. Anyway, this 2021 Red Eye Charger sitting over here that's got all kinds of stuff on it. And
well,
he
the
opened
first
the hood.
I didn't. Well, let's not even get to the hood. But let's talk about the doors. You know, they don't look factory to me.
But this is
Let's
AJ
talk
Rosella.
about the owner.
Did I tell you AJ Rosella? Did I tell you his name?
Yes, sir.
I was too busy talking about the car. Sorry.
AJ, what color is it?
It is a factory Dodge Indigo Blue.
You didn't
Indigo.
repaint it, did you?
Factory paint.
You repainted it with factory color.
No, sir.
No, it's original.
Original.
It's original paint.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Everybody gets on to me about why I don't wrap it, but I love that factory color.
Don't.
that's-
Why would you
no.
wrap it?
Wrap it?
It's all that's 100. Everything on it, no paint work, all original.
Now, what about the wide body kit?
So this is the Red Eye wide body Charger. It comes that way. So this is the Red Eye, not the Hellcat. It's the Red Eye Hellcat.
Okay.
It's the 800 horsepower version.
Okay.
This
Now
one's-
you're bragging again.
Oh, it makes way more than 800.
I'm sure it does.
still
You've been
bragging.
fiddling with it, haven't you? A lot.
I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, though, I have to ask about the doors.
Okay.
Them ain't factory doors, sir.
No, sir. Vertical Doors, California sponsored the car, gave us the kit, we installed it.
How difficult was that? It just seems like a total pain to get them to fit.
Fitment is perfect. It's the wiring in the door that you got to watch out because when the door comes up, it stretches them. So you've got to be careful and extend the wires.
Okay, you said we did it.
Ooh.
Who is we and what shop is that?
So I own GNS Automotive, the sponsor here in several of these cars we've
Right,
done.
we see that on the plates.
So we've done we do automotive repair. We used to build cars, kind of got away from that now, kind of just more general repair stuff. So we did the car.
Do they build wiring extensions for the doors? No, you got to do it yourself.
That's the hard. You're one at a time. So everything that's in that door
In that
harness,
loom,
like
yeah.
Electric
60
doors, electric
Right,
windows,
everything.
Well, you know when they build a car, you know this, Mars. We were schooled in this, that the doors don't go with the car.
Yes, sir.
Once the car is built, the car goes that way and the doors go there because it is the single most complicated thing on the entire car.
That's right.
The doors. It's not just the alignment, but all the electronics, the door stuff, the window stuff, everything.
And then
It's a lot.
And you factor in the leverage, the weight of the door itself.
On the hinge
those
itself,
are the
yeah.
factory doors, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
It comes with the kit comes with everything complete, so it's a direct bolting
Except
kit.
the wiring.
Right, you have to extend. Well, some people don't. I do. I'm a perfectionist, so I had to extend them.
Martha, the window ain't rolling down no more. Oh, well, there's the end of the wire hanging out of the car.
It's happened.
touch them two wires together
Yeah.
there. And
There's
The good news, it's always the back door. It's never the front doors. It's literally the back door has stopped on me once already.
So the back doors do the same, or are they just
No, sir. the back-
traditional? function?
traditional.
but they're
Wow.
they're factory traditional, is what he's saying.
The doors are a total pain. I'm telling you, I don't care what kind of kit they make. There is always something with the door.
You got to be
Absolutely.
patient. When you put it on, you're right. The alignment's not exact, and you're screwing it, tightening it, loosening it to get it right. I mean, it fits. They fit perfect. I mean, they close like you can't even tell it's Lambo doors until you really
Well,
lift them.
I don't know. I can't speak for Dodge, but I can speak for Toyota because I saw how the doors were made. Because at the factory that built the Corolla in northern Mississippi, they took us on a tour of the factory. And at the back of the factory, they probably know each other. His son-in-law is a policeman.
Yeah, no, David's got warrants.
Warrants. At the back of the factory, they have the stamping plant. So they stamp the whole car back there. And I sat there and watched this ginormous machine come down and stamp the whole side of the car. Not the fenders, but the back fender and the doors. Okay, that was all one flat piece of steel. And the thing comes down and boom, out, there's the doors. And the doors then are cut after this stamping. But every door stays with that side panel of the car because there's just that much difference between the stamping. Then they do it and they cut it, right? So they keep the doors with the exterior, the surround, if you will, of the door. And that all stays in a rack, and they know which one is which. And it goes onto the assembly line. You're going, how do you keep all of that straight? Now, I don't know whether they do, but I have a feeling that they do.
They probably do.
Yeah, the same way.
Process.
Yeah, because if you're telling me that the doors fit, with this kit on there, if you ever wreck the car, you're going to get a replacement. Let's say you get a replacement door from Dodge, right? And you try to put that door on there, it's not going to fit the same way.
No way. I agree.
Yeah.
So it's bagged?
Yes, sir. It's fully airlift, all four corners, dual compressors. So it lifts all four corners. You can do front or back.
You haven't had one of those lines go pow.
You know, the good news is the old airbags did do that. With these new lines and the way they do them now, that's really impossible.
What's the difference in the lines?
Because now they use a 5/8 line. It's a hardened line where they used to use air lines like old diesel lines.
Yeah.
And those were rubber. They'd get hot. I mean, it's happened to me before on other cars. These, they're pretty much bulletproof.
That's good.
And they're a coilover type bag too, so it's a real active suspension.
If the bag goes out, you're not going to lose the height.
That's correct. And this one has active suspension from the factory, so it maintains that. You know, you get your
very
sport
cool.
mode, your
Sweet.
race mode, track mode.
Yeah.
It maintains that.
It does.
Yes, sir.
So it's a kit.
Yes,
It's
sir.
made for that car.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, they make that too.
Yes, sir. They do.
Golly, I had no clue.
And you can program this one from a cell phone. You can pretty much do anything you want with it.
Where did you say your shop was?
It's here locally in Spring Branch off of
Branch,
Gessner.
okay.
I have two shops, both off Gessner.
You like Spring Branch?
I was born and raised here.
Were you?
Yes, sir. I
Did
went
you
to
go to
Spring-
the high school when it
I
was
did
here?
not. I went to Springwoods High School.
Spring Woods.
It's rival.
Yeah. Well, you're
Yeah.
still sitting
Got to
on
have them rivals.
Gotta.
a Spring Branch property.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I lived in Spring Branch my whole life. My shops have been in Spring Branch. So, Spring Branch, I'm loyal to Spring Branch, and these people are loyal to us.
It's good.
Well, yeah, you stay loyal to the folks that are loyal to you.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
community.
I love
guy.
being in my community.
Okay, so we talked about the wide body kit. Now, so you know, the interesting thing about this one, you don't see the screws or how it's attached to the actual fenders.
Correct, because it's
Right.
factory. They
That's
snap
factory,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, it came from the factory that way. We as far as the body modifications, other than the add-ons, the wide body kit, the fender flares, all that came from as factory.
Splitter too.
And the splitter is no, sir. That is a carbon fiber Anderson splitter. That's something we purchased and put on. All the carbon fiber inside and outside, we put those on.
Where's the little yellow things that go on the front?
Those are the protectors.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Those came off. I'm not even gonna lie. Those didn't even last at the dealership. I took them off as soon as I got delivered.
Well,
the car.
some people think they're supposed to be there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They shouldn't be
I
owning
know
that
some-
car.
I know some Dodge people. They just shake their head when they see it.
I
They
know.
go, "That's not what that's for."
More power to them. You know,
It's like the plastic you get on your appliance.
Right.
You got to take the plastic off.
I tell people, hey, if that's your idea, I don't make fun of other people's ideas and build. People look at this, they may hate it, but I didn't build it for
Well,
them.
if I put them on my car, that means we'd both be wrong.
Right. Can't
Wheels?
So let's. Yeah.
Wheels?
Those are some,
Those are weld wheels, so they're custom made because of the brakes on these cars stick out. So weld makes the rear and fronts. So it's a 20-inch on the front, 17-inch on the back, 315 on the rear.
so
Wow.
when you say the brakes stick out, but it looks like the offset is to the inside.
Well, if you look at where the spokes are on the front, especially, it has to be
Yeah, they're
kept
out.
forward.
It's a-
because
it's a-
the brakes,
yeah.
it barely not hits. I
a
mean, it's so
positive.
close to the right.
It's
It
a
sits
positive.
right next to that caliper. I mean, if you look at that first little spindle right there, it's right next to the caliper.
Because you could go zero
And I,
and then you go
right,
negatives
and I actually have a
positives.
3mm spacer on it just to keep it from hitting because that's how close it is.
And
wow.
there is a those are stock calipers.
Yes, sir. The brake, I painted them, but the brake kits, they comes with these big brakes on the red eyes.
Yeah.
They're big brakes. They stop.
Now, what about the lip on the rear spoiler? Is that
The
stock?
clear lip.
clear-
It's custom made and it lights up.
Of course it does.
Yes, of course, right? I mean, can't too many
Let me
lights.
guess. It's going to be blue.
It lights up any color you want.
Oh, okay.
The car has 16 ghost boxes on it, which is probably the most that you'll ever see, and you can literally light the car in any color you choose, and you can do multiple.
Do they
colors.
talk to each other?
Probably internally they do.
Yeah,
Because they're all done by Wi-Fi, and and they communicate. They do so the car you can make the whole car do everything the same. So the interior, exterior lights underneath it, you can do.
And I assume that's a kit too.
It is. My 16-year-old son, the kid that's hiding behind there, he's the one that did all the lights on it.
Well, good for you, young man. And which one's yours? You got the Toyota, right? The right-hand drive Toyota?
That's a twin-turbo 98 Risto. It's the MK4 supermotor in it.
And let me just say this. Now that I see the back of it, I believe that Lexus took that body, called it
correct.
a GS.
So James does own a GS300 as well. When Japan built the The Aristo, you're correct. They brought to the United States as the Lexus GS300. They're the exact same platform. I mean, they're identical. We own a GS300 same year.
Yeah.
You're right. They're
it's a Mercedes.
It looked like a Mercedes pulling in.
A lot of people like, hey, 50% of people ask us, what Mercedes is that? And you're right. A lot of people think it is just because it's a luxury car. It's just Japan's version of a luxury sports car. Because that's what it is, twin turbo, and it's a
pretty car.
Now, have you fiddled with the engine in that one?
Well, of course I have.
That's the answer to everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can't leave nothing alone.
I got a Norge refrigerator. I fiddled with that, too. Now it's got 500 horsepower.
And
honestly,
it's pinstriped.
The only stock car I own is the GT500, and that's my wife's, and she would not let me mess with it until it was out of warranty, so now I'm fixing to mod it.
So, wait a minute.
And the Edsel is yours, too, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And so the Mustang, the GT500, that's the wife's? Did she bring it here today?
No, sir.
Who brought it?
I did.
She let you drive
pulled
it?
up at Edsel.
Well, I went back and got him. My shop's not that far from here.
Gotcha.
Did you walk?
No, sir.
No. You probably had, a battery operated.
One of his team
See
members.
the blue van over there?
Yeah.
That's my shuttle van.
Of course it is.
That's his daily driver.
That's right.
So actually, this is going to be renamed next year, the GS Automotive Car Show.
We'll bring them all next year. We got a couple more.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I wanted to ask about under the hood of the Charger.
Okay, so this is a 2.7 stock blower ported throttle body.
But wait a minute. So what did it originally come with?
It was a 797 horsepower car. It's a 2.7. That's the original blower.
Okay. So all right.
That is the stock blower.
But you made modifications to the blower.
Correct. It came stock 14.5 pounds of boost. We're at 24. We've got throttle body, air intake, green cats. It runs 100% on E85 race fuel. Boosted pump, bigger injectors. It makes about 1,100 horsepower.
So what do you got in the rear end?
Stock, 282.
Red eye.
That's right, stock red eye.
Does it just go up and smoke?
Oh, you can't hook on this car. You got to go 60 roll or better.
I was wondering.
Yeah, you can't even hook. Even on the drag wheels that are on the back, you can't hook. It's over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque to the wheels. It doesn't hook.
It spins.
It does.
And it's scary fast.
And it smells good when that rubber's like flying in your face.
It does. It's a smoke machine. I mean, doing burnout in this car is effortless. Like, you literally, if you can't do a burnout in this car, don't even try.
Just create your own little EPA dump right there in the red light.
It's horrible. I mean, you can go like half throttle and just stand there.
What does the street in front of your house look like? Is it a black top with marks?
My shop looks like that. My house, I keep
just don't bring work home.
That's right. I keep.
Do you have a dyno at your shop?
No, sir.
Do you dyno your engines?
I do. Every car I have, I dyno tune them.
And where do you dyno them?
I use a guy named Jason Herrera, Stupid Fast, and then I use Alex Pice Performance out in Humble. So our spring.
I think we talked to him.
Alex Pice. He's the one that does all the vets with the twin turbos and stuff on them.
Yeah.
Yes, we had him on the air because I have a stock LS1 2001 Corvette.
Yes, you need a harmonic balancer.
I do.
You heard
it.
You're listening.
That's a heck of a job. Rack has to come out.
I know.
2 pieces.
That's why I'm not doing it.
The engine, 99% of the people that touch that car are going to mess that engine up if they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, well, where am I taking it? To Mr. Pike?
Alex Pice would be your best bet, seriously. He's phenomenal with the Chevy GM products, LS.
And has he done that job before?
I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I know that he knows that platform real well, probably better than pretty much most of your shops.
If he doesn't know, he knows somebody.
Right. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that are messing with those motors anymore, but Alex has a humongous amount of experience with that platform. So, I mean, he does phenomenal work. I mean, he's tuned this car. It was dead on perfect every time.
That's good to know because I'm kind of steering in that direction to take it up there to him because I've got to find somebody that I can trust because they're – pulling it off of there is one thing.
Right.
But putting it back on is the trick.
Without damaging the crank and everything because it's 2 pieces on that car.
I know.
And if it was 1 piece, it'd be simple, but that 2 piece is not an easy job. Yeah. And I know a lot of people have messed up cars doing it.
Yeah. And I am not worthy of that kind of job. And I'm too old, and I'm not getting on my back underneath doing it. No.
Trying to reach over and down. And,
no. It's just not happening. No,
Jeff and I will come over and watch you.
Hell no.
Heck, we'll watch him. Yeah, we'll watch you.
You ain't watching me because it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, they'll be watching you sit on the couch watch the Alabama game.
That's exactly right.
I understand that.
We'll tell you the score every once in a while.
So, AJ, what do you do over there?
At our shop,
Yeah.
Basic, we've stuck to general repair now. ACs, brakes, suspensions.
How many
big is the shop?
how many mechanics you got over there?
How big is it?
I've got 2 shops. I've got 6 people total. 4 bays at one, 3 bays at the other. So we have one physically on Gessner and then one down the street on Gessner. Because we do a lot of fleet accounts, so we have a lot of companies that we do work for. So that's really solid work, consistent work.
Yeah.
Right.
That's always good.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
It's my fun shop, I call it.
Yeah.
It allows me to do these kind of things.
Yeah.
Nice stuff. Good collection.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what we see what you brought. So what's left?
So the Bronco that was here was ours.
The Bronco, that's a good looking.
That's pretty
So
very nice.
I own the same car as that blue one, but mine is a silver. It's the non-turbo one. So I have a right-hand side Aristo non-turbo. I just bought a new Supra, a 23 Supra with a little BMW motor in it with a turbo.
Yep.
I've got an F-150 2024 Platinum, and then I've got a Fox body, 88 Fox body with a 393 stroker in it. And then I've got a 1985 Ram Charger with a built motor, built trans, fuel injected, fun little truck, old school.
And this is your only son, or you got other children?
I've got that's my only son, 3 daughters, 1 son.
Okay. And they all participate and drive and work?
Well, one's 20, he's 16, and then my other girls are only 8 and 10, so they're going to be driving at 11. All my kids start driving at 11.
Oh, wow. And he's going to adopt us next week.
Come on by, guys.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
I want to know about the Edsel. I'm just a quick recap
So
on the Edsel.
the Edsel's weird.
58?
59 Edsel Ranger. I actually bought it here in Spring Branch at an estate sale. So I knew some people that do estate sales, and they couldn't get anybody to bid on the car. So they called me and said, hey, we know you know hot rods. Come by and bid on it. So I went and bid on it. I had no intentions of buying it. It was in pieces. Everything was in the trunk.
Oh, really?
So it was sitting under trees. Some guy passed away. It's been sitting there for like 2 years. So I went back and bid on it again, just try to help these people out, get it up. And then the guy called me and says, look, give me $10 more than you bid. You can have it. So I bought that car for $4,810 in pieces.
Wow. How long did it take you to put it back together?
About a month.
Is that original paint?
Yes, sir.
Looks good.
It's everything was original. The guy that owned it, I didn't get the pleasure of meeting the guy. I know he was a big Edsel guy. He had 3 of these. Everything on it when I bought it was 100% original. I actually did add vintage AC in it because he had the original AC. Those are cables, and that's out of my. I didn't want to deal with all that, so I put vintage AC. The battery, I'd put an aftermarket battery, but it does have the stock radiator. Even when it broke, I sent it out to Liberty Radiator and had them rebuild it because it's just so cool to keep the old radiator in it. So 95% of it is original.
Why have you been waiting to talk to us? I mean, we all were running the same circle.
I was at Loopy Tortillas last time you guys were there.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that car was there. Y'all, it won.
That
one
one
won the award. Yeah, you guys gave me the new.
I
modern.
remember now.
Yeah. I know Biff and these guys pretty well. Jay Hoboken.
Everybody
and those guys.
knows Biff.
Yeah,
Everybody
who doesn't
knows
know Biff?
Everybody knows
He's like
Biff.
an old dog.
Yeah.
Just wanders the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
he wandered through here twice this morning.
He's over there right there.
Give somebody a hard time.
You always know where Biff's
There's
at. You can
Biff's
smell
at.
his cigars.
Oh, there you go.
him and Jackie Hansen.
I love Jackie Hansen. I've known Jackie Hansen 20 years.
AJ, it's great to talk to you.
Thank
you,
gentlemen.
sir.
Thank you.
We'll
We
see you at
appreciate
Loopy
you.
Tortilla.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll be there.
We'll
Thank
see
you
there.
guys. Appreciate it, guys.
Fall car shows and cruise-ins in full swing, and in wheel time will be there. Next stop, Hemi Hideout Open House, November 9th. Holiday kickoff at Tailpipes and Tacos, November the 16th, and the Gulf Coast Auto Shield Road Trip Get Ready Cruise In.
Yeah.
We hope you'll stop by the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello. All right, time now for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupi Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupi taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Was I supposed to do something?
No, he's waving.
What are you waving at? You can put on your headset. Yeah, I know. What did you think of that? You think that I wasn't going to take my own cue? You give me no credit, David. You never have, but it's okay.
He gives us credit. Mike and I get credit from him all the time.
I give you crap.
There is no doubt about that.
There you go.
And it's well known, too.
Nice.
Thank you for the credit, David.
You bet.
No, I was actually getting up my time by the second.
I thought you were watching more reels.
No, not watching reels just yet.
Good call, David.
I know. I do love my reels, though.
I know you do.
I know. And I like to share them with my friends. And you've been subject to some of that yourself, haven't you?
We all have.
We all have, yes.
We all have.
Well, don't you appreciate it? I'll stop.
They're fun.
Okay.
Well, the only problem is I can't let my grandkids look at my phone anymore.
That's not true. I don't send those kind to you. I send worse ones. We certainly have had a good time out here.
It has been fun.
Past. Yeah. Hopefully they'll invite us back next year.
And windy.
This is
nice and windy.
It's absolutely perfect. Seriously.
Nice.
You couldn't ask for a nicer day. So in about 30 minutes they'll be giving out trophies, and then in about an hour the car show will be over with.
Yeah.
So you still got a little time. You come out here. There's some really nice cars out here.
Well, hopefully we've showed you some, and we've gotten you involved in some of the builds that are out here. You know, it works for all of us, doesn't it?
Good stuff. A lot of kid action going on.
Watch out. Watch where you walk. Watch where you walk. There you go.
There you go.
I just don't want him to trip over that.
Yeah.
wire.
Face plant out.
What happened to our yellow tape? Did we take that down?
Somebody stole it. No.
Oh, that's the police crime
police
tape.
crime tape.
Yeah. So I stole it.
Thank you for David. Let's see. I had another story I wanted to
He's got plenty of that. He knows about police crime tape.
Oh, believe me, I take lots of pictures of it. Somewhere I have. Oh, here it is. This is one that I thought was interesting. AccuRide Corporation. You familiar with them? Probably not.
No.
A supplier of wheels for semi-trucks and light vehicles has filed for bankruptcy with $486 million of debt as it seeks to exit from an unprofitable General Motors contract and recover from depressed demand. Wonder what that could possibly be.
See,
do you think that would be electric? Hello?
I've always wondered, how do you get $486 million in debt?
Well, there's the question of the day.
I get $20 in debt, and I got people knocking on my door.
You could start a car talk show.
The company whose board chairman, Jason Lewell, has plenty of bankruptcy experience, wants out of its contract to supply wheels for GM's Bright Drop electric vans in Ontario. Automaker unwilling to renegotiate terms with Grant Hatton, Director of Marketing for AccuRide. About 75% of its business at the Ontario plant is with GM. Former finance manager took hefty kickbacks from a vendor of extended warranty contracts, according to a lawsuit filed by a New York City dealership alleging fraud and breach of fiduciary duty. What are you in breach of? Fiduciary duty. How do you spell that duty? D-O-O-D-Y.
Duty.
Star Hyundai in Bayside alleges Vadim Maladzanov.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Accepted kickbacks of $40,000 to $60,000 annually, plus free vacations from JMA Group before he resigned in January 2022. Under the alleged scheme, JMA Group billed Star Hyundai for higher amounts than what the store charged customers for the warranty and paid Malazadnov part of the difference between two amounts as a kickback, according to the complaint. So, you got to be careful of those Boris Badenov kind of people. Remember Boris Badenov?
Yes, especially Natasha.
Natasha
was terrible.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're getting close.
We are.
To moving on here. So
one thing. One of our
you
guests.
You need to hurry, Mars.
Yeah. One of our guests left their phone. So if you're missing the phone and you were one of our guests, come back. And if you can recognize it, we'll give it to you.
Yeah. Oh, because Mike just called China and ordered food.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza and car parts.
All right. And car parts.
Yeah.
Doors or wheels? Which one is it?
Yes.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout. In real time, I'll be there too.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check out our website, inwheeltime.com. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. Tell your car friends about us and share our stuff if you would. We'll keep you connected to all things automotive all week long. Reach out to us 24/7 via email at info@inwheeltime.com. We like car pics. So send us some of your cars with the description and any info you want to include. We'll feature it on a future show and our social media as well. When you're looking for award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk is the place. You can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider. We live stream the show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Video Technical Director is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin. For booking agent, video editor, and people finder, Mr. Mike Out of This World Mars. And Chief Engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. Special thanks today to VFW Post 8790 for sponsoring today's show, and the Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation for all their hard work. Next week, we'll be back in the Sugar Shack Studios. Our live broadcast will run from 10 to noon Central. Thanks for joining us today. Be safe out there and have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy it.